Hi, my name is Anton, and I run as Marcus.
Hi, I'm Julia, and I run as Witch's Cat.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I run as Bear.
Hi, my name's Jake. I run as Price.
Welcome to London Underground. Greetings, runners. Thank you for joining me.
Greetings.
How are you all?
You. Yeah, looking forward to the night.
Yes, it
Yeah.
should
It's
be
Jump
good.
Street.
Jump Street.
SHADOWRUN Jump Street. Apparently so. Apparently so. Yes, we have returned to the bright and dingy near future of Neo London. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you all for joining us as well. I'm excited for tonight. There was a bit of a hoo-ha in the previous mission, didn't we?
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Bit of a
You blew up a hospital, essentially.
well,
With all the
I
patients
didn't.
or without all the patients inside? A bit of all.
Most of
Well-
the patients were already dead.
There was an unfortunate gas leak, and I mean, you know how it goes.
Hmm.
And we know some stuff about Bear as well, which has not been revealed yet.
Which has not
No.
been revealed, no. But it might be. It might be very soon. So, with all that in mind, who would like to go on another mission?
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
Me.
Amazing. Well, first things first. Off the back of last mission, you all have to assign links again with people who you got, like your teammates who you got on with most in the most previous session. So the escape from the Kindred Soul Hospitplex. Sorry. So I guess starting from the top, Anton, who is Marcus linking up with off the back of the last mission?
So when the rest of the team was unconscious due to the Beastie Beast, Marcus had to figure out how to open a terminal, a keypad to open a door. Basically used technology and definitely struggled. So he's going to roll links with Kat because he's found a newfound appreciation of what she does for the group.
Amazing. Okay, so one with Kat, so that takes you up
At 3, I think.
to a full 3. Yes,
Nice.
marvelous.
Yeah.
And Ellie, which is Kat. Who are you linking up with?
I think because it was very much about sort of helping Bear make things right regarding Hamish and his kind of new runaways. Was it Hamish was the kid dwarf that we were
Yeah,
trying to
that's
convince not to be a runner, and that was on
Yeah.
behalf of Angus, who's
Yeah.
his like mentor. Right, okay, yeah, just trying to get it the right way around. And kind of working with him on that, I think she feels that, yeah, and also finding out what she did about Bear's likely origin. I think she's definitely thinking about Bear a lot at the moment.
Okay, so a link with Bear. That takes you up to a +3 as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing. Price.
I think I'm going to go with Bear as well, just because I treated him a bit like Rocket Raccoon last week, and just sort of like attached guns to him, gave him axes, and just sort of like made sure he was in front of me for as much of the harm as possible.
So, yeah, Bear got experimented on at that hospital, and you decided to experiment on Bear at that hospital. Just to relive the trauma.
Yeah,
Bring
just to make
back
him
some
feel at
lost
home.
memories or
Yes, no, you absolutely welded grenade launchers to Paul Bear's hands. But okay, so a links with Bear will take you up to +3 as well. Amazing. And last but not least, Bear. Who are you
Yeah,
going
I
with?
think it's hard to look past Price, really. Bear appreciates the capacity to deal more violence, so
Violence at range.
yeah.
Okay, amazing. So Marcus linked with Kat, Cat linked with Bear, Price with Bear, and Bear with Price. Wonderful. So we find you all at some point in the future after the destruction of the Kindred Soul Hospiplex. You're able to be at home now. The heat on you has sufficiently died down, as reports from the freak gas explosion at the Kindred Soul Hospital seems to have claimed the lives of all who were in the building. It is a grave and devastating PR nightmare for Genesis, and their stocks have dropped by at least 0.6%, which has sent investors into an absolute frenzy. However, the pay data that you managed to snag away, Ellie, at the last hurdle, that aided in that sold very, very well. So I can't remember if we discussed it beforehand, but fundamentally, you all walk away. Well, Elliot, were you splitting it evenly?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
I think so.
Oh,
In which case, you all walked away with 3 creds each off the back of that pay data.
Perfect.
Because ironically, the price of the data rocketed, shot up with as the hospital Bex blew up as well.
okay, is this on top of what top of the last mission as well?
We
Was that
we didn't make any money.
That is the
the
That
last
is the
mission
pay,
was
yeah.
pro bono.
I think we tried to get paid for it, and Angus gave Price a look.
Yes. At least, Marcus, you're happy to say that now that Bear and Angus have patched up their differences, brought Hamish home reasonably in one piece, that cheap dwarven beer that you so love so much is back on the menu. So yeah, in that sense, everything's relatively right in the world.
All right.
But the elephant in the room, Ellie, off the back of the last mission, is what you found out about Bear.
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of a problem. And Ellie's a bit torn up about it. She doesn't know how to tell Bear what she found out, that there was this Glowacus, this creature that was tearing up the hospital, that had been in that underground lab under the hospital. It has some kind of memory wiping capability in its death stare, doesn't it? And that she found a document saying that the early trials on people had been on male dwarves.
Yes.
And so it all fits together a bit too neatly. And she just has no idea how to tell him.
So yeah, the pay, in coercion with the pay data that you had a quick little shift through, yes, you found out that the Glowacus, which was a creature native to Glastonbury, Connecticut, was forcefully summoned using the powerful magical ley lines in Glastonbury, England, and then captured, brought to London, experimented on. It would seem from the notes that you've sold on the ShadowNet, that the permanent sort of the forced amnesia that this creature could do, they were trying to fundamentally weaponize it, to use it in either a military capacity or more likely a corporate capacity. Yes, sold very well. So yeah, you have this information, but you've not told Bear. What do you do?
No. I think we're at home, right?
Yes, you're back at the bed sit. Josh, your young brother, is currently sat just bloop, bloop, flicking through the channels, only giving each channel barely a second before he flicks onto the next.
I'm going to assume that Bear's not in the room when I say this to him, but Ellie's kind of perched, kind of looking a bit. She's sort of jiggling her leg a bit. She looks a bit uncomfortable, as if she's distracted, and she sort of goes, Josh, can I ask you something?
What?
What if you knew something about one of your friends at school,
Right.
and it felt quite important, but it might be difficult for them to know what to do with it, or it might be a bit upsetting for them to hear it? What would you do? Would you tell them?
Do I like the friend?
Yeah, they're pretty important to you.
Because sometimes you don't like your friends, do you? But sometimes your friends are assholes.
I think probably we should have a bit of a chat about the people you're hanging out with at school, but that's later. But what would you do if you liked them?
I don't know. Can you take the piss out of them with it?
I'd rather not.
I mean, then it's just not really fun, is it? Yeah, might as well tell him.
Right. Cool. Thanks, Josh. And she sort of gets up off the sofa.
As you do, you turned and noticed that he is like he's sprung into action because his brain's finally clicked and he's up on his knees and he's like, "What is it? Who do you know? What do you know?"
It's nothing. Shut up. And she just leaves the room.
But you gotta tell me.
Nope.
If you don't tell me, I'm just gonna make it up.
Nope.
But Ellie,
she
not
goes.
fair.
She's off. She's in search of Price next.
What else?
Where does she find Price?
Oh no, I suppose I'll be sorting the sedan out. I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. I go downstairs to the garage to the sedan, and hey, Price.
Hi there. You alright?
Yeah. How's the sedan?
Not bad. Just got it all polished and buffed. It's looking good. It's nice, clean. It's looking wonderful tonight. Look at it.
Yeah. It's
Got the
really
little
good.
aerial fixed. The wipers will go at the same speed now. It's wonderful.
Yeah. It's good. Price.
Got a new
can I ask-
horn.
Oh, cool. Price, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I'm in a bit of a, what would you call it? An ethical dilemma?
Yeah, you can have those these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
So that pay data that I got from that mission at the hospital.
Oh, it's good. It means I could do all these repairs and get the car nice and sorted now. Nothing.
Yeah,
I feel like we're finally going in the right direction.
We are. We're definitely. I found something out, and I'm not sure whether I should tell somebody about it.
Well, it looks like you're trying to. So.
Right.
What is it?
So I outline what I found out from the data, and the thing is
don't tell him that.
What? Oh, are you sure? Why not?
Ugh, time and place, I suppose.
Oh, I was worried about that. Yeah, I just feel like it's quite a big deal to hear that. It's not going to answer any actual questions about where he originally comes from. It just might make him feel a bit upset to think he ever got to that point in his life where he had to put himself up for experimentation, or God knows what happened to him.
Well, he might not have had a choice. And do you want to let him know that he's now just sort of like wandered the streets as a experimental reject? I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like that could really do something to a person. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm with you. Maybe I shouldn't
do we need
tell
him in that frame of mind for what
right
frame of mind he mostly is in?
But then don't we owe it to him? He's our friend, What would God do? You're a man of God,
Yeah.
What would he do?
Then it's difficult because we're going to harm him either way. So it's just deciding when is the right time to click it all into place. Has he actually asked anything about his history? So if he's seeking to find out things.
No, but isn't lying a sin or something?
Yeah, but what are we lying? We're revealing what what he's trying to come.
He's not lying. We're just not telling him the truth.
He's not telling the truth.
So Josh thinks I should tell him because it would be a laugh, and you think I shouldn't tell him because it would be painful.
Yes, because what help is it actually doing for him at the moment? If
it
was something that he's actually actively trying to find his family and his history, then yes, that will help bring that all together, and it might put him in the right frame of mind to do that and find some stuff. But is that where we need him at the moment, or where he wants to be at the moment?
So we shouldn't tell him, so we can use him.
No, we can. I think if we could, it's how you tell him at the end of the day. If it's something that he wants to investigate and find out, then you could provide that information.
But what if he says in a month, "Oh, I really want to find out where I come from and who my family is," and I go, "Oh, about that, I've known something for the last few weeks." What then?
Yeah. Well, then you're being a friend and you're telling him stuff.
Right. All right. Thanks, Price. I need to think. I need to think about this a bit more.
Parents don't tell you everything until you're ready for it. That's why we have, even as far as we give you information, even when it's leading you up to things like baptism and confirmation and stuff, until you're ready to make that choice once you're informed with it all. And it's how you then put that information in his hands for him to decide what he wants to do with it.
Price, I've already got a surrogate child in Josh. I do not need a bear as a surrogate child as well.
Right.
But anyway, thank you. Thank you, Price. I'm sorry. I don't mean to seem ungrateful. I appreciate your perspective. Thank you.
It's a heavy weight for you to bear.
Well, you've got it now too. Ha! So she starts to walk away.
Right.
Thanks,
Price. By the way, this is for you, and they give you a little Rubik's Cube. That's your new little toy for this mission.
Oh, thanks. What does it do?
It's a little talisman, and it allows you to, if he scrolls down.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we? I will give you all of these. Because I'm not too sure what we're going to do in this next one. It is a manipulation spell allowing you to animate an object or perform tasks to aid you in combat. So you basically give it 2 tags, and it comes alive. It's a bit like I did with the telephone last episode. But it's a little cube that you can then decide. Because I don't know what you're going to need it for. You can just there's loads of tags out there as to hacking stuff, or I don't know, parachute, whatever.
So did Price wake up this morning and go, "There's a job coming today. I feel it in my bones."
I've always got random trinkets and toys in the back.
No, so he does. To be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Price.
You're welcome.
She's going to go off, and finally.
Do you need to talk to Bear about this for you on your behalf? Or?
No, don't tell him anything. You're the one who just said not to talk to him about it.
Well, you can start to suggest things and maybe see if he wants to find.
We're not doing that, Price. I just need to think. Just don't say anything. Don't say anything. All right. And yeah, Ellie goes off, and she's going to find Magnus finally. Where's Magnus? Marcus, sorry. Different campaign.
Magnus the Red.
Marcus told the group he's in the local park.
He told us he was in the park. Is he?
Yeah.
Was he using squirrels as target practice?
Well, are you there?
Yes, I'm looking for you.
You go there. Don't see Marcus. Can't see anything. No, and as you leave the park, Cat, what are you doing here?
What? Who? Marcus?
See nothing.
Marcus.
Cat, down here.
What?
Down here, Cat.
What does she see when she looks down?
Marcus is prone in a bush, head to toe in camouflage, with a hunting rifle, looking over a pond. Cat, what are you doing here?
What, Marcus? And she sort of gets down on her haunches next, but sort of off
Cat,
to the
you're
side.
cramping my style here. I've been here for 3 hours.
Oh, why?
Ain't a single duck in sight.
You're not shooting the ducks in the park, are you, Marcus?
Listen, Cat, last time I brought you some squirrels. You didn't like it, so I've gone for
really
ducks this time. Listen, Bear enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. He loved it. Listen, it's about Bear, actually. Can I ask you something?
Sorry, just the thought that ducks would even want to migrate back to London in the state it's in. They just die inhaling the smog on their descent down.
They are the
Like,
few
Marcus has not
hardy
been-
ducks who made it.
Yeah. Mutated ducks. Marcus has not figured this out yet. Which is
Why you
he's
haven't
in-
found any?
All that's left
They're
are the
watching
Vinnie
you.
Jones of ducks.
Oh
Like
my
a two-headed pigeon somewhere.
Oh god. Yeah, so she goes, "Can I ask you something, Marcus? I'm sorry. I'll be gone. I'll be out of your hair before you know it. But just quickly."
All right. Make sure you whisper though.
Okay. So,
They'll be here any minute.
sure they will. So on the last mission, that paydater, I found out something pretty big about Bear and where he might have acquired his memory loss. But I think it might be a bit
Right.
hard for him to process. It might leave him in a bit of a bad way, and I don't know whether to tell him or not. What would you do? Should I tell him?
All right. What was the full story?
It's stuff. I found out stuff, and it's big stuff. You know, it's like it's related to those animals that we found in the lab, and like
You know what I'd do?
what?
I would tell Bear that kitty cat we fought
Yeah.
was his pet animal.
No, that's
Pet friend.
not it.
They grew up together and they were best friends.
That's not-
And then
not
that's
it, though.
how that's his story. And that's his family.
How would that help anything?
Mind you, we did kill the cat.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea. Cat, this is a terrible idea you
Oh,
had.
okay. I won't do it then. What should I do?
So far, we have tell him the truth, don't tell him the truth, and make up a different story and tell him that instead.
Cat. Bear has lost his identity, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's like our job to give him one, right? Give him a story. Give
Yeah.
him something to hold on to.
Right.
Tell him, right? That's what I think. Just give him something to hold on to.
Right. Give him something to hold on to. Give him a story. Marcus, can I just say, you've not actually been that helpful at all, but I appreciate
You're
the
welcome.
effort. That's okay. Thank you. All right.
There's some
I'll
random
I'll
passerby
leave you to
just
it.
see you talking to a bush or something.
Yeah. I just give them a
Carries
look
on.
like, what? And then they carry on. So, but yeah, I say cheers, Marcus. I'll see you back at the flat.
All right, see you, Cat.
Bye. And I sort of get up off my haunches and
So,
glumly go home.
so you head back to the bedsit. Bear's, you know that Bear's out. He's his debts aren't entirely paid, so he's doing a couple of jobs over at the community centre. But you know he's going to be back that evening.
Right.
And sure enough, at the late hour, the Bear finally returns home. Marcus and Price are also kind of crashing in, like squeezed into the bedsit. Josh, like someone's given Josh some coffee. You suspect it's Marcus because Price wouldn't be caught dead making coffee. So Josh is bouncing off the walls. But yeah, Kat, as you see Bear, have you made a decision on what you're going to do?
Oh.
Okay. In which case, as you see Bear and you begin to make the decision, your comlink starts to vibrate.
Hey Bear, 1 second, and I blip.
It's an unknown caller.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Maybe I go onto a secure
Actually,
link or something.
sorry, no. You
Secure
look at your
channel.
you look at the caller display and
Alright.
it says Mum.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's mum, is it? Okay.
Who's mum?
It's not my mum.
Mum's not mum.
My mum is a druggie who disappeared several years ago. Pretty confident it's not her. So I open the channel I always use to speak to this person and I'll answer it.
So as you answer the call, there's silence, and then you hear a couple of clicks and like matrix whines and sounds, and then you hear, daughter, is that you, daughter?
I say, do we have to do this?
Do what, daughter?
Do you need me to go onto a more secure comlink or something?
If there's anything I've taught my children, it's to be on at least triple secure line.
Okay, if I go onto the more secure line, will you talk to me normally, Mum?
Yes, daughter.
Okay. All right. I'll do it. I assume I know what he needs me to do, right?
You turn on your NordVPN.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So
Such a bloody nerd.
You activate your highest.
I was already on my more secure link, and then had to go onto the most
even
secure
more
link.
secure link.
Yeah.
And it's a sort of secure link that utterly trashes the quality of the audio coming through.
Right.
So it sounds like the person speaking to you is talking to you through like a baked bean can on string.
Sure.
Right. Well, that was very easy to do, wasn't it? Hello, Ellie. How are you?
Hey, Ezekiel. How are you doing? I'm okay.
Ellie, I've told you not to use my Matrix code name in meat space.
Right. Sorry.
It's Dwayne.
Sorry, Dwayne. Yeah.
Right. And that's not my real name either. It's
I
another
know.
code name for the meat space because, well, you know why. Right. Hello. Are you good? I don't care. Are you busy?
No, not right now, Dwayne.
Good.
Sorry. Yeah.
Good, because I require your services. Not just yours. This isn't sexual. No, I require your services and those of your companions.
Right. Okay. No, that's good. A couple of them are here at the moment, actually. Everyone say hi to Dwayne.
We can all hear this conversation, can we?
Yeah.
Am I on speakerphone?
You
Take
are,
me off.
yeah.
This is not secure, Ellie. Take me off the speakerphone.
No one's listening, Dwayne.
Ellie, you haven't told us about this boyfriend. Who is this?
Hey, Ezekiel.
It's not my boyfriend.
Do I need to get my axe?
Who are these people?
The alleyway. Who's that up?
This is my
Get the axe,
team.
Bear.
Take me off.
Bear,
Take
get
me
the
off
axe.
speakerphone. I'm beginning to panic.
Fine. I bleep. You're off speakerphone. Sorry, it's the team. You wanted the team.
Not yet.
Okay.
How do you know that they're who they say they are, Ellie? You've got to be
I'm
more careful than
I'm in the
this.
room with them, Dwayne.
Well, I take. You know what? I just feel wildly uncomfortable now. I'm giving you a Matrix destination. Can we please talk there? Because at least then I can be more sure that they aren't listening.
Fine. I'll see you there.
Okay. The call. You hear sort of like heavy breathing and like a couple of jabs of finger on comlink, and eventually the call ends.
All right. Okay.
And sure enough, a matrix link pings through.
I say, look, I'm gonna deal with this. It sounds like we've got a job. I'll be back. And she jacks into the matrix and goes limp on the sofa.
If you do know that if you want to include everyone else in, they can fundamentally like jack into the call.
Are they allowed? Dwayne was getting a little bit freaked out before.
Well, yeah. It's up to you.
I'll probably.
It's fundamentally, do you
out
want to let the
for
others
now.
in or not?
What do you think? Do you want to listen in or?
Well, we don't know what this boy's intentions are towards you, Ellie. I really think we ought to.
All right. Just be cool.
your
Just be cool, okay?
All right.
Just be cool.
Do we each get an avatar?
You each
though?
get an avatar, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
what is
set you
everyone's
all up.
avatar? Or can we, Kat, you choose our avatars?
Oh.
So
I think you should do that.
Yeah.
Ellie, you jack in and you adopt your like Slinky Malinky black cat avatar, your witch's cat avatar.
That's right.
And then fundamentally the character selection screen. What are you assigning for Marcus, Price, and Bear?
Oh, I feel I'm being really unimaginative. I mean, it probably would be a bear for Bear.
Little
I
teddy
like,
bear.
But
I like these
an
three
actual-
little bears we've got on our screen.
Yeah, the little teddy bear, a little teddy bear for Bear.
Good.
Probably just like
With a knife.
can we do a cowboy for
Yosemite
Marcus? That would-
Sam?
Yes, yeah, Yosemite Sam for Marcus.
Got Woody.
And I don't know, is
It
there
is
like
Woody. Wait, it is Woody.
Woody.
Woody?
Is that little
What-
Christ Redeemer thing still
Oh
around?
my
inside the
God.
world? Little
Yeah,
statue
probably you could have that. Yeah,
from
Christ.
Brazil.
Yeah,
The
that
Rio
one.
de Janeiro.
That's
statue.
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
okay.
just don't move. You just permanently as a statue.
You're just
Just
T-posing
wobble.
around the. Okay, brilliant. So you follow the coordinates, and you've got Woody, a teddy bear, and the Rio de Janeiro statue, kind of like slaved onto you.
right, and I tell them, guys, just be cool. This is Dwayne. He paid for my whole rig. He basically set me up as a decker. So I owe him a lot. Please just don't freak him out. He freaks out quite easily. He's a bit security conscious. So just be cool, okay?
Hey, we're cool as can be. No
Oh
problem.
yeah, I'm so cool. Yeah.
But just maybe just don't say anything. That would be really good.
How do I swing these arms?
Yeah, you're doing it, Bear. Good job. Yeah,
Blimey.
keep going.
So you follow the destination link, and as the matrix kind of as the scene builds up around you, you find yourself in what appears to be a very dirty and grimy, rainy alleyway. And as you look sort of like from one end to the other, the alleyway just seems to stretch on and on and on into the darkness. And it's a sort of like the back alley with like like big rubbish bins and like, trash on the floor and so on. The area that you're in is illuminated by a flickering neon stripper bar sign. It's one of those just
Ew.
like girls here with an arrow pointing to a door that looks like it's reinforced with like heavy metal rebar. And as you kind of stand in this alleyway, and you know it's a construct, but just the display of it just makes you feel a bit greasy. A new Matrix avatar begins to materialize in front of you. For a moment, you notice the file name of the avatar as it loads in, and like it's quick, but you manage to catch it as hotbabe.gif, and fundamentally the most upsettingly over-sexualized, low quality, low pixel lady, and we're talking like custard yellow blonde hair, Baywatch suit, just kind of materializes, and in comparison to the high fidelity of everything else that you can see in this construction, she stands out horrendously. And as you just as thing materializes in front of you, she turns to look to you and, hello.
Hi there.
Not what I was expecting.
This is Dwayne, is it?
Well, I think we can call him Ezekiel now that we're in Matrix
Now
space.
we're not in the meat space, so you should call me by my Matrix name, which is Ezekiel. And you've brought your friends.
I did. Look, if they're going to be on the job, they need to know what's involved.
Right.
It's a security measure,
Right,
Ezekiel.
I'll let you off. Okay. Right. Well, basically, I've got a job for you all, and I think you're going to be very, very interested in it. And I'm interested that you're interested in it, as long as you don't balls it up.
All right. What is it?
So, there's been some chatter recently. There was a leak that MVN has got some new wonder software, and no one really knows what this software does, But clearly, it's very, very important to them. And if it's very important to them, then it's very expensive. And we know it's very important for them because they're moving it from the UK to Europe. But they're not doing it through the Matrix. No. They're doing it offline.
Oh.
And for a corporation like MVN to be sending something that important offline, that makes it even more expensive.
Sure. Yeah.
So we have a time and a date where this software is going to get transported, and the job's quite easy. All you have to do is steal it.
Okay. Steal some software. That sounds easy enough.
Now, because it's so expensive, the money is big.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna make some big bucks. Me, you, and your friends there. But because it's so important to MVN, obviously it's going to be slathered with security. Now, I'm expecting air support, Matrix support, or whatever. But it's going to Europe via the Folkestone to Calais Channel Tunnel.
Okay.
You've got a very specific window of opportunity. There's 23.6 miles of tunnel when it's under the water between the UK and France.
Oh, so aerial security.
So there's no aerial security. Like, you'd have thought they'd have sorted this out by now, but there's no Matrix access down there either. Because it would just be silly to try. Well, none of the corporations care enough to wire up that tunnel for Matrix access. So fundamentally, that convoy is cut off from the world, apart the non-meat space world, for 23.5 miles. And that's your window of opportunity. You get in using your friends and their guns, and you get to the terminal. And I know that you're good enough that you'll be able to get into the terminal, and you can get the date, and then you can get out.
Yeah, but all of this is happening on the move.
On the move, yes. Now, as I understand it, you've got a motorcycle, and your friend's got a sedan.
Yes.
I've had a look. I've noticed that he recently got a load of work done on it. Some new wipers, I think. So I know that you don't buy a wiper for a broken car. So clearly that car's good to go.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully there aren't that many people with bullets in this tunnel. But maybe if there are, you might want to get some reinforced plating for this luxury sedan. Or, just get another vehicle that is already bulletproof.
Right. She looks at Price's avatar and goes, this statue. Does it have Price's face looking very worried? We can figure that out. If the pay's good enough, then it will make it worth it, won't it?
I keep forgetting this, but before I go on any further, because Ezekiel was talking to you, Ellie, please roll me a get the job.
Get the job. Yeah. Now, which stat is that precisely?
Get the job is edge.
Right. Okay. Get the job. Oh no! Here we go.
Ooh.
Yes.
It's a 10.
Good.
Success.
That's good.
Very good.
Nice.
Okay. So, in which case, so you'll be able to choose 3 additional bits from the list, and. Ezekiel finishes by saying, now, once you've got the software, you've got presumably one of 2 options for escape. You can either come back the way you came via Folkestone, or you can carry on to Calais. Whichever way you end up going, you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do once you get there, because I suspect MVN ain't going to be pleased that you've done what you've done.
Right.
And given that it is MVM, you might find that whatever security it's got in the terminal is going to be top dollar stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be really good. Like, is there anything that you can give us to help with this job? It sounds pretty.
Are you hoping that I can provide you some useful assets?
Yes.
I may have a little something that can make this a little easier. It's a little thing I've been working on, and this very teenage boy buxom avatar walks up to you, and as she holds her hand up, what looks like a microchip like appears in her hand and begins rotating like a little image. I call it a flashbang, he says.
A flashbang? What does it do?
Basically, if you're getting harassed by ICE, this is an extremely highly concentrated, internalized DDoS attack. So it will just flood whatever system you're in with false avatars, and it should give you enough enough distraction to be able to get away with whatever you're doing.
Nice. Okay, thanks, Ezekiel. That sounds really good.
So you get 2 more options from the list. So you've been given gear.
I think he said it pays well, so let's take that. Let's say it's a well-paying job.
In which case the job pays. It was gonna pay three times. Because you're selecting the job pays well, it will now jump to 4 times.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's pretty good. Okay. And what do people think for the last one? I was thinking probably Intel.
Yeah,
Intel.
yeah.
Because we're already pretty sure we know who's giving us the job.
Is MVN their tech specialists though, right? So they might be watching this call potentially.
Well, we are on the highest security level.
Sure, but they probably invented that, didn't they?
Well, they're more of a media network, MVN.
Oh, okay.
So so it's max velocity network. It's their like TV, news, media, entertainment type network. Yeah.
It'd be good to either get a schematic of the channel tunnel, but that's pretty easy to get, or see what kind of vehicle they're going to be using.
Right, so that maybe that's the intel, what kind of vehicle we can expect.
Well, so you get the intel token and you can cash that in later.
Cash it in. Okay, that's good. Okay. So yeah, we've got some gear, we've got intel, and the job pays well.
Is there anything else you want to run through before you begin the run?
So I'm presuming he's going to tell us when.
Yes, he gives you a time and date. It looks
how long from now?
So fundamentally, it's just under 48 hours. So it's it's late at night.
Late at night, I was going to say.
So it's late at night now, and they're doing fundamentally a midnight run.
So it's going to be quiet on the roads by the sound of it.
Quiet on the roads.
And also, do we need to say this is the road that runs underneath the channel?
Yes. Because, as we all know, during the Awakening in 2012, one and the subsequent dragons turning up and everything going to hell in a handbasket, one of the unfortunate casualties was the channel tunnel. That was then rebuilt and turned into a high-speed highway to connect the UK back to Europe, rather than the train setup that they used to be. But it's now 50 kilometers of high speed, a bit like the German autobahns of Once Upon a Time, but underwater, because what could go wrong?
Excellent. So is there anything anyone else would like to ask Ezekiel?
Yeah. Do you need to actually, in order to get this data, do you need to access the way it's being transported directly, or being in range of the vehicle will allow Ellie to hack?
Well, yes, that's what we mean when I say offline. Whatever this software is contained on some sort of physical terminal that's on this convoy. So presumably Ellie's going to have to be in front of it and jack into it to get whatever it is out of it.
So I have to get onto the vehicle?
Yes, unless you have a really, really long jack-in lead.
No, I don't have a really, really long jack-in lead.
Well, then you'll have to
get some way to get you on the truck. Okay.
Yeah, on the truck.
Do we know the vehicle spec that it's being transported in?
I think that will probably be the intel that I've got.
Have you got any idea what kind of resistance we'll be facing? Is it a heavily armed convoy? Going to be discreet?
Well, from what I gather, because they're trying to do this on the. They're trying to be somewhat discreet about this, so there's going to be some security, but they're not massively overloading it because that would draw suspicion.
All right.
But I don't know.
Fair enough.
People with guns, I suspect.
Yeah, we can deal with that.
Sure.
What about the teddy bear?
Bryce?
Has the teddy bear got any questions?
The teddy bear, Bear's clearly accidentally found like the customization menu, and the teddy bear keeps changing colours and cycling rapidly through accessories like different hats and glasses and expressions.
Apron pinnies
And Bear's clearly like trying to work out how to stop this. He's like, "Don't you worry, Mr. Ezekiel. We're very capable. We'll sort this out. No problem. We can handle anything."
Like the facial feature just keep on warping because you accidentally stuck on the sliders.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, any more, and then if not, we'll begin the leg phase. The leg work.
Yeah, let's do the legwork. Come on.
Okay. If you succeed in this, then make sure that you reach out to me on a quadruple secured line. And if you don't succeed, then don't even think about mentioning me.
Okay. Thanks, Ezekiel. It's always nice to talk with you.
Right. And without saying anything else, he just jacks out.
I say that. Yep, that's my Matrix mentor.
All right.
Flippin' disgrace.
Yeah. Charming young man, Ellie.
Yeah. Could have done without the this particular ambience, and she kind of gestures to the stripper neon sign. This seedy alleyway that just stretches out. Anyway, we should go. Where Josh is currently running around with none of us to supervise him. We should definitely get back into our meat space bodies.
Oh god, I left a bunch of guns. Wait, we need to get back.
Marcus.
So you jack out of the Matrix. You find yourselves back in Ellie's bedsit, and Marcus. Whether or not you tell Ellie or not, but your Desert Eagle has gone missing.
Oh no.
As long as we didn't come out of our bodies to find like Coke cans on our head and use this to be
That's the least of our worries.
Freaking cans on us.
Okay, so now during preparation, so any kind of first questions? What sort of questions are you looking to answer? I mean, we'll start with Ellie. What's your initial plan of attack?
Questions. I think we had a few good ones. Marcus, you wanted to know about what kind of vehicle and what kind of security. So I think if you worry about the security, well, no, you shouldn't worry. I guess I should worry. But anyway, so there's security, there's type of vehicle, like ingress into the vehicle and what we could expect to find, like what tech I'm going to be jacking into, and if I need any special equipment for that. Like, do I need some special code breaker, like software or something like that in order to get to what we need? Yeah, that's
so. If you're looking to find that out, you feel free to roll a research.
Oh,
was that not the intel?
Well,
the
we need to want the intel would be one piece of info, won't it?
Well, so the intel is a free bit of information, so you can either roll research on what technological security is there. That could be your intel question, or you can research this and you keep your intel token for something else.
What do you guys think? I was thinking maybe use the intel token for what kind of setup like the stuff is being transported in. So like the truck, the security, like
Because also bear in mind you can use intel like on the job.
Oh, so true. So we could save it for when we come across something.
I guess if you need any like special software or technology or anything, you need to get that now because we won't have Matrix access down there. So
so I'm going to research that, I guess.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
As an aside, with intel you can use the reveal knowledge move. When you reveal your knowledge of the opposition's preparations, dispositions, or environment, describe how you discovered that information and spend intel.
Oh
you
yeah,
must
we could
spend
do
intel
that.
to reveal knowledge.
Oh
Take
yeah.
+1 forward to exploit the opportunity offered by that information. But that's a move you can use, as on the job.
On the job. Right. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna research. What was I researching? I've lost track of what I'm researching now.
Terminal security.
Yeah. So what the actual thing that I'm going to be jacking into? Yeah. I would like.
I thought
to...
I thought it was the vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, I've been asked for both.
Can we do both?
And the tech.
Yeah.
You can do. I mean, it'd be multiple research checks.
Is there anything else anyone else can be doing while I'm doing this?
Bear would like to suggest some modifications to the sedan to Price.
Okay.
Possibly he's going to start making them and see if Price stops him.
Please don't do that. Please stop.
So,
no, please.
So
we have to remove that?
So first of all, I want to research the actual truck and like security on it, if that's okay.
Sure. In which case, roll me a research.
Okay, is there anything I can do to boost this aside from having +2 mind?
You could, because it sounds like, well, for example, you could link up with Marcus, because if you're talking truck, which is significantly hardware, that might be more in your realm of influence, Marcus, to find things out like corporate security removals. So Ellie being in the Matrix, Marcus hitting up the streets, and well, not hitting up the streets. But
but I've got a +2 with Marcus, so I can use that on top of what I roll. Is that okay?
Happy to do that, Marcus.
But then remind me what happens if it goes poorly. Marcus gets some runoff from that.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that, Marcus?
So I think the way Marcus would approach it would be like look at the arms dealer weapons catalog and the recent purchases made by this company or any rentals that they may have. So we're basically looking at their catalog to see what kind of spec they might have. So Marcus will guide you on that, and you do the techie bit. Do I roll links?
It is
the help or assist or whatever.
Help or interfere.
Oh, so Marcus needs to roll it first.
When you help or hinder, I'm helping, right?
Yeah, sorry. Marcus roll help or interfere.
Let's go.
Success?
Yeah,
okay.
Success. 11.
So Ellie, you will now get a +1 on your research.
+1 on my research. Okay.
Because I suspect, Marcus, you might be pointing out bits of information in the Matrix that Ellie's looking at.
Yeah, what is the +1, +2, +3 for? Do I add that 2 links?
That is what you're adding to. So
it's 11 +3. All right.
So you actually rolled a 14 if your links with Ellie is +3. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay, so it's +1 to whatever I get now.
Yes.
Okay. I knew that was going to happen. I rolled a 6. But it's actually a 7.
So it's a 7, which is
mixed success.
A partial. So you've rolled a 7, which is a partial success. So you can take intel.
What, one intel?
You take 1 intel, and
clock goes up.
You can ask any of the questions within research. So where would I find how secure is, who or what is related to, who owned or employed.
I mean, I want to know what kind of vehicle it is, or like, well, I guess how secure is the vehicle?
Sure. How secure is the vehicle? It's like an armored convoy truck. So Marcus, you look at it, and it is, if you picture what is effectively like a big lorry, except the back trailer is like reinforced metal. There's big kind of swinging doors on the back to get in. It's got like 8 wheels, like a big reinforced glass front. Like it's a bit of a tank. It can't move very fast. It's designed to, like, you could shoot. Like, it might not appreciate being shot with an RPG, but it should kind of deflect most small arm. Well, it should. Yeah, it would be impervious to like small arms fire. Concentrated high volume armor piercing power might eventually start to get through to it, but yeah, it's fundamentally a tank on wheels.
That's okay. So it's big,
which
big
for
point.
software is interesting.
Yeah, it really is. I think probably, Marcus, we need to be prepared for this to be quite heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and I've got an intel, have I?
You've got an intel
that is
you
very
can use
useful.
later.
Nice.
Okay, so that was Ellie. You found out about the truck. Bear, what are you doing during legwork?
Yeah, so he's going to ask Price to accompany him down to the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right, Price. We need some way of getting onto this lorry, right?
Yeah.
So I figure jumping from the window of your stand, onto a moving lorry is highly dangerous. I don't want anyone getting hurt on this mission. So, but I've had a bit of a bright idea. What if we were to rip up the bonnet of your sedan, like sort of turn it round and turn it into a sort of boarding ramp type thing that could flip on, attach onto the back of the lorry, and then we'd be able to just walk across. That'd be much safer, right?
But you've got to walk across like the exposed engine.
No. You just sort of like and just like trying to, with his hands, trying to explain to Price how this contraption would work. Maybe it's best if I just show you. And he just like he just pulls the bonnet off. If we just turn it round, look, right, and then flip. Now we just walk across that bit. Because we'll need to put some spikes.
But how'd you get out the car to the bonnet?
Oh,
well, the windscreen.
The windscreen will need to go as well, Price. You're right. But I guess we can do that on the move. We don't need to do that now.
We do it on the move.
It's on the move.
Oh, right. I'll show you how, and it just like.
My windscreen wipers.
Like that.
I'll just pick them up and look at them.
And the good news is you can take them back to the shop now because, not necessarily. You kept the receipt, right?
No. I had trust and faith that wouldn't need it.
Oh, amazing.
Oh dear.
Amazing.
Right,
I really think this will work, Price.
But in order for this to happen now, we have to get behind the truck to board onto it. Didn't you want to be at the front of the truck to go out the back? Onto the front of the truck? No.
Oh.
Now we're relying on my car to be able to go as fast as the truck to catch up with it, to board it.
Yeah.
And get past whatever's at the back of it. Okay.
Yeah, well, when you say it like that, it sounds stupid, Price.
But,
at this point, Price, what were you thinking of doing during the legwork? Like, Bear will come back for a roll for something. Beyond rolling, mix it up versus Price's car.
It was pretty much sorting the car out with Bear, to be honest.
Well, your car no longer has a windscreen or a bonnet.
I don't have to have actually smashed the windscreen, or I just maybe was demonstrating to Price what I was going to do.
We're doubling down on this. Fine. There's no windscreen left.
Well, I think I'm going to have to use the rest of this time. I get an Arcana thing as being Mr. Magic Person anyway. Yep. But I'm going to be using manipulation to try and transmute areas of the car to like fit in, I'm assuming, some form of heavy weapon that Marcus will suddenly just randomly turn up with. And I don't know. I suppose we're gonna have to strip out weight and try and make it look.
At the risk of being a sport, you lot can pick up armored vehicles if you want to. Like,
so Bear just
other
trashed
vehicles
Price's car for nothing.
You literally know a rigger who got you a speedboat. Like that's.
So when Bear's finished ripping it apart, Marcus comes in and says, "Good news! I've just been in touch with the rigger. We can get an armored car."
Having a 2-for-1 sale.
All right, Price, Bear, we're going to dealership. Come on, let's go. Go and buy a vehicle.
Do they do part exchange? Maybe this one's looking a bit worse for wear.
Bear, what do you do to Bryce's car again?
But I just
Every goddamn time.
Are we going on
Every
the bus
time we
now?
have.
Going on the bus.
We're all cramming onto Ellie's motorcycle.
It's a mega bus going through the Channel Tunnel.
All right. Jokes aside, there's two things I think Marcus would like to mention.
Yeah.
One, it could be useful to have a drone to like fly in front or to the side or distract or do something. That's an option. And you guys have cash. I have no cash. You could buy a drone. Second thing is potentially get an LPD vehicle, because then we can kind of interfere, try and block. There's shenanigans there. So we want 2 vehicles. So we can have Price's car, get it souped up, and then get a second vehicle.
I'm working on it.
Possibly get Thompson as a driver again. We hope that's on the cruise ship, not cruise ship.
That would free Price up to do his magic on the mission. That's pretty good.
We may have to recruit Thompson and ask him to get an LPD vehicle for us.
Marcus, if you're thinking of calling a favor from Thompson, the rigger who sorted you out during the Blagentrov Rumble, I'm gonna need a hit the street.
Yeah.
Because the contact's already made.
We do that?
Yeah.
Are we happy with that?
Yes.
And
Sounds
then
really good.
you guys think about modifying the vehicle or getting a drone.
Yay! 10.
So, in which case, Marcus, as you look at the twosome that is Bear and Price just stood around this now smashed up sedan.
No.
And then sort of like the camera as you turn your head, the camera pans, and you're in the East End pub that you met Thompson at last time. And he's looking up and down and, "Oh, you're right, Governor. Yeah, what can I do for you today?" There's 2 pint glasses in front of you. Thompson's rolled up in his wheelchair, and sounds like you got a job for me, son.
Yeah, tell you what, did a great job last time. Kudos, full marks. Yeah, nice one. Got another one for you.
Right.
You haven't been to France?
I haven't been on a booze cruise in a while. No. Why'd you ask?
Yeah, it's like a cruise, but you're under the sea, I guess, under the water.
Right. Okay.
But you're driving. We're going, Channel Tunnel. Could you be there?
He sort of like leans back in his wheelchair. He sucks on his tusks for a few moments, and then, yeah, I could be convinced. Tell you what. What you want? Do you want me to drive?
It's just driving, Thompson. Get us in, get us out.
Right.
Yeah,
So, do you want to drive? Do you want to be driven quickly, safely, or dangerously?
Yep. Yeah, all 3 of those, Thompson.
Well, it's like the triangle. You can have 2 of them.
Yep. Well, I know what I'd select all 3. Yep.
Right. Well, that means it'll be none of them.
Let's go with none of them.
It'll be a tank with a V8. It's just not going to do anything.
You said quickly, safely, or dangerously.
Dangerously. You can pick 2.
What about safely and dangerously?
No, Thompson, let's go with dangerous key. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna get an NLPD vehicle,
Right.
and you're gonna be driving that.
I'm gonna be driving
Yeah.
Porker's car.
Yeah, sure. Tell you what, I'll get the vehicle for you, but that's what we're driving. Maybe it needs to be modified. I'll leave that to you.
Well, I mean, tell you what, mate. If you can get me one of them interceptors, they've got some welly behind them. They have. So that's going to be quickly. That's all going to be quite dangerous because you're nicking a copper's car.
Yeah.
But what are we all just squeezing at the back of that? What is this for a booze cruise? Do you just want to get to France that much quicker?
Tell you what, could you fix up Price's car a bit?
Are we nicking a police car? Did you say?
Yes.
Are you there, Price?
If we open the boot and there's a carrier bag and a police officer in the boot.
Like a grenade. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, it depends on what he's driving that sedan, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, what would you want me to do with that?
I don't fix it up, make sure it runs. You can just take it. There's no alarm in it. You can just go ahead, take it, bring it back in 2 days' time. We'll be good.
Right. So, you're after a fast car that can do some damage, and that's the NLPD car.
Yeah.
And what do you want me to do to Price's car?
Bear had an idea.
I still don't know what we're doing with these cars.
Bear. I'm going to call Bear. Price, give me Bear on the phone. Bear, you explain the idea.
Bear will do his best to explain his assault ramp idea.
Okay, so as you're explaining it with your hands on this phone call.
Yeah, mostly using his hands, to be honest.
It's like an old truck.
Thompson, you can see, Marcus, you can see Thompson thinking about it, and he's like, all right. Oh, yeah, I've got some ideas. Yeah. Right, so basically what we're talking about is we could put in what is effectively a sunroof in the top of this sedan. You get out of the sunroof, go on to the front of the car, that'll flip forward like an assault ramp. We'll get some sort of grapplers to fire off the front of the car, attach it to whatever you're trying to board. I'd be like being a pirate. Oh, it sounds great.
You want me to take the roof off as well?
Don't worry, I'll do it. I'll ask the boys down the garage to sort it out.
Oh, Price.
I'll give you an address. If you wheel it around, I'll sort it. And tell you what, because I mean, the money that we made on that. Well, I got a bit of a kick out of that last mission we did. So I'll do this as a favour, and I'll expect a favour in return, Marcus. And
Yep.
Just because I had such a good time last time, I'll give you a little extra je ne sais quoi. How's that sound? You can have an Intel, a Gear, or an Arcana.
So Dan, could I convert that gear into that police car we're gonna nick?
Sure.
Oh, God.
That makes sense.
Somehow Marcus just rocks up 2 hours later with a police car, no questions asked.
Oh my God. Where are you going to keep it till the job?
Some garage somewhere.
Just throw a tarpaulin over it.
Just ride it around.
Okay, so
Do
in which
donuts.
case, off the back of this roll, you gain a gear, you cash that gear in for a car, a police car, a police interceptor, no less, and that'll fundamentally make it not kind of cost anything. Cool, bro. Right, so Price, you come home to find your sedan gone.
Oh. Oh no.
Somewhere in London, someone's getting real happy with a buzzsaw.
Oh no.
I'm going to have to take the church minibus at some point, aren't I? We're going to be driving around.
Should have taken that for this mission. Okay.
Right.
So Ellie's researched the truck. Marcus has sorted you transportation. So we'll swing back round to Matt. Bear, what now that your idea has become a reality? Is there anything else you're doing on this legwork?
I guess he is maybe feeling slightly guilty at Price's looking a bit dejected. So he's going to offer to. He's going to try and cheer Price up in any way he can, making him a cup of tea, and any legwork that he wants to do, Bear will assist with as a way of making amends.
Sure. In which case, Price, what are you doing as legwork? Bear in mind, you'll be getting there slightly slower because you haven't got a car anymore.
That's fine. Well, if Bear would, I feel a bit unarmed when we go into a lot of these situations. I'd like some form of hand weapon. If you could find it for me, please, Bear. Whether it's some form of sword or monofilament whip will be quite funny. Otherwise, I'm going to go off to church and spend a bit of time there, asking for guidance as to things that might come up in this scenario. And I'm going to go to the font in the church and try and bind a water elemental to me for this mission.
Okay.
In case, looking at what Marcus is coming up with, there is a breach in the tunnel, and we may need some assistance.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're using your bind elementals awakened move, yeah?
This could go very badly wrong.
You are able to use your hermetic teachings and ideals to summon forth a powerful elemental and bind it to your will and service. Okay.
How could it go wrong?
In front of the font in the local church, please roll me a bind elementals.
Sorry.
No.
Oh no.
No.
No complications. I get a hold.
Okay. So
and MC makes a move.
It's fine.
Okay, to do this you must
why have you
perform
got
a ritual.
-1 in this?
It's a dumpster, you know.
For a ritual lasting several. Okay, so you spend several hours doing this. Unfortunately, during those several hours, like a late night reading club rolls in. And just like you're trying to do this ritual, but like Mildred keeps on asking you questions about some of the passages, and you're just like and because you're distracted, it doesn't go quite to plan. You've got to, so if you spend a cred and we spend your arcana, and then you presumably you are selecting a water elemental.
Yes, because in worst case scenario.
Okay. So yes, you gain a hold, and the MC makes a move.
No.
That night, so Price, you've managed to bind this water elemental to what object are you binding it to?
Oh, it's a water thing. I might as well get a little vial of water, of holy water thing.
Sure. So you've successfully managed to bind this this water elemental. You all see Price return home that night, absolutely sodden, accompanied by the news report on the TV of a freak flash flood that's just blown through like a South London church.
Oh no.
It seems like there was a burst water main, and Blue Tree Construction have turned up, and they've had to turn off all the water, and everyone's really, really grumpy, and it flushed into a nearby pop-up art exhibition. The exhibition's been ruined, but because of all of that, because of the literal waves that have been made, the legwork clock goes up.
Oh dear.
That's fine. Because of Mildred and that disturbing me, does that count as the church getting in my way as well for my XP later?
No,
Mildred.
it does not.
It does.
Ooh.
So, is there anything else Prices? Oh,
No,
Bear.
it takes a long time.
Wait, hang on. Bear was with you.
I think he sent me off to get a weapon for him, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know how to do all that.
So,
Yeah.
right, gotcha.
wouldn't
Okay,
take
in
that
which case,
to-
Price has returned home, absolutely sodden. Price, you glance over to Bear. Bear, what have you done to acquire some kind of gear, some weapons for Price?
I think Bear was probably a bit puzzled by this request because he's never seen Price use any weapons, has he? And
No.
he probably assumed that you weren't allowed to because of your faith. So, but you wanted a sword, so he's gone out looking for
Oh my god.
for something even better than a sword because he feels bad. So he wants to surprise you.
I'm getting worried there.
And he goes up to you, looking a bit
Chainsaw.
sheepish.
Well, just before you present, who is it you went to?
Well, he would have gone to. He would have gone to lots of different shops.
In which case, if I could ask you to declare a contact, name
It's
and
not our
describe
friend the
them.
brass fairy.
Well, she's got like guns and grenades as opposed to.
True.
If you declare a contact, and this will be the person that you ended up getting the weapon from.
Okay.
Just like a katana sales dealer.
Yeah. I don't know. I just imagine him going into like.
I guess a lot depends on what weapon you're about to present to.
Yes. Well, I imagine he kind of ended up in a stationery shop where he was assured by the nice man behind the counter that the pen is much mightier than the sword, and so he.
No. Don't spend a cred on a pen, Bear.
It's a nice pen. And quite pointy looking. It's like a fountain pen.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, Bear.
In which case, I won't ask you to declare a contact. Okay, so yeah, Price, you are presented with a beautifully boxed Parker fountain pen.
Right.
Blue ink,
Thank
not
you.
black.
Thank you very much there, Bear. Always a pleasure. Here, have a Rubik's Cube.
I can't wait to see you use it, Price.
Nor do I. And when I go into the house and outside, I will empty the ink out the cartridge and put the water elemental into the cartridge of the fountain pen.
Okay, there we go. That's going to be horrendous when that gets used. Right. Okay. So we've all kind of rolled up and down. I think. Is there any kind of last? So the first day has passed. You've got like 24 hours left. Are there any kind of last preparations you want to do before you start to get ready? Presumably, Ellie, you're potentially dusting off a little toy of your own.
What?
A little mode of transport of your own.
Yes, my flashy motorcycle. Yes, I've not been able to use it much recently, but it's been sitting in the garage. And yeah, definitely going to get that out.
Is it coming on the mission?
Yeah, why not?
Great.
Quite might be useful. I wanted to get a bit of new gear for myself.
Mm-hmm. Who's it you're heading to?
Well, somebody who can sell me an armoured coat, because I felt very squishy on that last mission with the Gloacus, and I do not wish to feel that way again.
Sure.
You can borrow mine if you want.
You got an armoured coat? Well, you'll need it.
Well, does armour stack? I've got an armoured coat and a body armour. Can I wear both at once?
I believe so. The armoured coat gives you 0 armour, but reduces the harm roll, I believe.
No, armoured clothing. Armoured clothing is that. I've got armoured clothing, which is 0 armour, subtract 1 when rolling harm. Armoured coat is 1 armour.
Yeah, so I've got a body armour and an armoured coat.
Yeah.
So, in which case, yeah, sounds like there's body armour in the house if you want to wear that in lieu of armoured clothing.
The armoured coat.
Yeah, so do you want to borrow my armoured coat? And
I'll borrow your armoured coat over my armoured clothing. Right. Mm-hmm. Cool, no problem. In which case, all I need is I would like to get hold of something I read about and I can't find it now, but if you know what I mean, it's the thing that allows you to roll synth instead of meat
Yeah, it's
to fire my
interface
gun.
Targeting suite.
Yes, that, please.
Okay.
I do not want to roll meat anymore to fire my guns.
So you want to get some cyberware installed?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
I'll never look at you the same again.
Who are you going to get it done?
Well, I would have gone to Engineer, but I think last time I tried to contact her, she was a bit evasive.
Engineer has gone dark. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like you call her and like you hear like the voicemail is like K-pop and her being like, "Hi, I'm not here at the moment. Please leave a message. Bye."
Sure, love Engineer. But she's gone. I guess I could declare a contact?
Declare a contact, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna declare somebody that I don't know if I would have. I probably have been to them before, I guess.
Your dentist.
Not my dentist, no.
I
But
don't
somebody
know if I don't think you've got any cyberware. You've just
maybe
got your
not.
deck.
I've got my
Well, you've got your jack, but
my jack. Yeah, could have been somebody that when Ezekiel was setting me up, and he
Sure.
introduced me to way
then,
back, but I haven't been there in a while.
in which case, yeah, give us a name, give us a description, whether you owe them or they owe you.
Zoe.
Zoe, okay.
Maybe I do owe them because Ezekiel was like, Zoe will see you, right? Go get your jack put in with her and don't worry about payment. And Zoe was like, you can do me a favor. Maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you owe Zoe a favor. What does she look like? Like, give me a description.
She is a bit older than Ellie. She is pretty cool. She's got tattoos. She's got a bit of cyberware of her own. Like maybe she's got a cyber hand or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they human or like elf?
Human.
Are they elves in
I think they're
Shadowrun?
human. Yeah.
Human. Wonderful. Okay, so you go to meet. You go to Zoe's chop shop.
Mm-hmm.
And she sort of like as you enter into the smoky kind of dingy interior, you smell. It's a mix of sort of like herbal incense mixed with sort of like oil and like heated metal. And this heavily tattooed woman looks over to you with and she kind of she's leaning on her counter, her chin cradled in a cybernetic hand. And as she looks up to you, she kind of flicks her hair. She's got one of those kind of sweep over hairstyles where like one side of her head is shaved flat, and you can see a number of sort of like implants on the skin. And she looks at you and, "Oh, you right, doll?
Hey, Zoe.
I haven't
Long
seen you in
no
time."
see. Yeah, I know. Been real busy, but I was wondering if I could enlist your services, please.
Sure. Yeah, I reckon we could do something.
Mm-hmm.
What is it you want, chick?
Do you got any neural interfaces targeting stuff?
Wow. I may do, my sweet. She brings up like a screen. Like she turns her cybernetic hand turns up and you see that there's a hollow emitter in her palm, and it like fundamentally like a catalog menu appears in front of her. Whatever you want, I'll sort you out.
Cool. Yeah.
So if you're choosing one of these things, you'll need to go under the knife.
Yeah. Which is
so
that is
so
roll cred spent.
You choose how much cred you want to spend to a maximum.
2, the maximum, please.
Okay, so plus
Please.
Give you a bonus. Yeah.
I think I get a bonus to I get plus 2 to the roll. So we're gonna go 2.
Gary.
Oh my god. I don't like it.
So you pick out your cyberware and lay back in the bed, and Zoe puts this kind of anesthetizing gas mask over you, and she's like, if it's on your head, mate, you're not going to want to be awake for this one. And you drift off, and when you wake up, make the roll.
Oh!
Great
Success.
Okay.
success.
The operation is
Thanks,
a complete success.
I knew I could trust her.
And as you open your eyes and you feel a bit groggy and you feel like a heat radiating from... so where are the implants situated?
Oh.
So is this for your gun? Presumably?
This is for my this I'm going to use this to link up with my my machine pistol.
Okay. In which case, as you open your eyes and you look up, like there's a mirrored ceiling overhead, and as your eyes wake, your reflection magnifies, and you can you see your reflection, and then text, like computer text, starts flooding across your vision.
Ooh.
As whatever and you hear an ever so slight whirring in your head as the cyberware starts kicking in.
Nice.
And your vision kind of zooms in as the text starts to fade and as it calibrates, and you notice that your left eye, your right eye even, is red, and there seems to be something under the skin that runs down to your cheekbone, across and just under your ear to a little implant just at the back of your neck. That then and then you can feel something under the skin running down your neck to your right hand.
Nice.
And to look at it, the skin looks raised, but it doesn't even look scarred. And Zoe's just kind of leant back on a chair with a bloody rag over her shoulder. And then there's just a number of like medical tools and power tools, like mechanical power tools, spread around the room. And she goes, don't say so myself. I just did a fucking brilliant job.
It's a beautiful piece of work, Zoe. Thank you.
Wow. Don't forget, you've still got to do that thing for me, but not right now. I'll reach out to you.
Give me a call. Thanks, Zoe.
I'll add this to the tab. And she kind of stands up, she smiles, she kind of winks and clicks her tongue at you. Like, kind of gives you a sound.
Nice.
And you make your way out.
So I've spent 2 cred on that. Good. Money well spent.
How'd you get your weapon linked to you?
I don't know. It's dead clever.
Bluetooth.
All right.
So
you've got a targeting suite now.
Basically, I've got a targeting suite, so it's pretty good actually. It means I can not shoot you guys and only shoot the people I'm meant to be shooting, and I do more damage, and I hit better, so it's pretty good all around.
Is your eye obviously cyberware now then?
I think probably it's a bit noticeably. It's probably a bit noticeably cyberware now. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I think when me and Bear look at you, there's going to be just like a black gap across your head because we won't see it. Like lowers your essence, doesn't it? So you're just going to be like a shadow.
Maybe the eye bit is is missing. Yeah, a bit weird.
So, that procedure took a little while.
Yeah.
And Elliot, as you stride out into the drizzly London streets and begin making your way home, you notice that you've got a few hours before the run starts. And as you make it back, as you're about to arrive at your bedsit, you see what looks like Price's sedan sat out front.
Right.
Except
Scooby van.
Except you don't know what's been done to it, but it doesn't look subtle anymore.
Right.
You notice that there is like in the boot section, over the rear passenger section, there is it's clear that someone's cut a hole in the roof of the car, but then kind of installed a flip open, almost like a tank hatch. on the front. There seems to be this sort of like intense looking like pneumatic hydraulic piston like apparatus attached to the front of the car. The bonnet is covered in spikes like hooks.
How's this getting through customs?
don't
Is there not
know.
customs between this? Is it just a road? Doesn't matter anymore.
It's just a road. No one cares.
It's just a road.
And
Mad Max Fury Road.
Maybe one of our intels is when the guard that doesn't care is on duty or something like that.
Yeah. I mean,
and
that's also for the truck we're chasing. No one's going to look out the rear window and go, "Oh, look at the lovely vehicle following us."
The police interceptor. Following.
So there's a tank hatch on the top of Bryce's sedan. The bonnet is covered in spikes and like pneumatic pistons. You also notice the windscreen has been replaced with what look like bands of reinforced metal with just like a little visor hole, like little visor strips. So it looks like, like instead of, in lieu of a windscreen, there's just little vision ports to see out of. Because they've clearly they've reinforced that and made that bulletproof.
Yep.
Has it been raised as well? The new tires, like
New
bigger,
tires,
chunkier tire.
there appears to be a slightly like an auxiliary engine in the boot, so the boot doesn't quite close anymore.
How am I going to pick up Mavis for the like? I think we're going to have to take stuff round to the church next week and things.
And as you kind of you see that and think, is that Bryce's? And you walk into like the underground car parky bit of your of the bedsit to go up to your bedsit. You notice that there is an NLPD interceptor just parked in Bryce's parking bay.
Cool.
More incriminating evidence towards Price. Yeah, why not?
Marcus comes out of the car and waves.
And as you make your way up to your bedsit, opening the door, you see the three boys. Price looks, I assume, very disgruntled, and looking at the time and knowing how long it will take you to get from London to Folkestone.
We'd better go. Yeah.
Let's grab a break.
Oh my
nice.
gosh.
See you in a bit.
In a bit.
In a bit.
A bit.
Hey there. Hope you're enjoying the video. You should probably be aware that I've hacked your device and set it to release all your darkest secrets to everyone you know if you don't subscribe to the Explorers of Elsewhere channel. Just a little something to consider. Make the smart choice.
Welcome back, runners.
Woo!
We're back.
Here
Let's go.
we are. We're burning up the tarmac.
Yeah.
Price's not so luxury sedan. So,
Unique.
very, very unique sedan. Okay.
There were maybe a few quick purchases before we start the mission.
Okay, yes.
Marcus would like to get some full metal jacket, armor piercing rounds.
Armor piercing
So
rounds.
that might be a quick trip to the Bros Ferry.
Presumably the ferry. Okay, not a
And
problem.
he might encourage Bear to get some explosives.
Please don't explode the tunnel underneath the channel.
I don't know. Does Bear want to get some explosives or
Win.
not?
You don't usually have to push Bear that hard to buy explosives. But have I still got a grenade launcher for now?
No.
Okay,
No.
good.
No, because you've got a new. All that goes at the end of the mission. Yeah. So.
Oh, right, okay.
Before you go shopping, I've just dawned on me. I forgot to ask you how much you were all staking on this mission.
Oh!
That's right.
So, real quick, back to the meat. Marcus, are you 1, 2, or 3 cred?
2.
2. Okay, so you'll get 8 back if this goes well.
Oh shit.
Ellie?
I think I'm going to play it safe too.
2. Price?
3. I need to fix the car.
Oh! Oh!
Nice.
In which
Nice.
case, if you're paying 3 to get 12,
Oh, come Come
That
on.
bumps.
Brings the clock up, doesn't
brings
it?
the
Yeah.
clock up.
Shoot. Oh dear.
And Bear.
Yeah, he's going to go free as well because he's inspired, filled with confidence by the car, by the modifications to the car.
Okay.
Doesn't Bear like have 10 or 12 credit already?
Yeah, he's flush, so he can just bet.
Yeah.
As much as he likes.
Oh my goodness. People.
Now I realise I need to
Oh.
spend it to get elementals. I need more cash.
Guys,
Oh.
doesn't the amount that the legwork clock goes up directly affect how well the final meet goes for getting paid?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Right.
Price puts up the legwork clock. Bear puts up the action clock.
Okay.
So we are here. It's also, while I'm looking at the clocks, it's almost like we don't play this very often. It's dawned on me that
Yeah.
oh no, Genesis is quite high. Okay, yeah, Genesis has been bumped up from the last mission,
Yeah.
Thank you.
so that's fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go.
I'm going to jump in the car and throw my last little Tetris block towards Marcus. So
Okay.
for the three of you, all of these transmute one object into something else. This effect is permanent. Okay, so it allows you during the mission to do something with it, whether it's whatever you see will be beneficial at that moment. It transmutes one object into something else permanently.
Any
Cool.
object we can transmute anything into anything else.
Yeah.
Within
So whatever
reason.
you need at that moment, you might think, oh, I'm going to use my little Tetris block and I need a key.
Yeah.
I need a
Oh wow.
Do
grenades,
creatures
I need
count
a-
as objects, Dan?
No. So Marcus, you're picking up armor piercing rounds,
From the brass fairy.
so that'll be a cred.
And she is not pleased with us right now.
Oh yes, because you did not get her new guns from the Black
Yeah,
Metal
her
from-
deals. Yeah, that deal did not go well. Can somebody sponsor me one cred? I need credit, please.
Marcus.
You need to manage your finances better, Marcus. We talked about this.
I know, Bear.
Says Bear, smoking a cigar, flicking dollars. Okay, so
Can I get Bear credit?
Yeah,
Fair
all right.
credit.
Just one time, but I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not going to be like
Oh,
Price,
Bear.
where you're in, 10 deep.
and then
Oh, Bear, one cred.
was Bear
Bank of Price
getting
is shut.
any explosives?
I can't remember if I actually used the ones I had last time, but if I did, I will replenish those.
I think they're grenades, right?
You
Yeah.
used something against the Gloacus, I think.
Okay. All right. I will just buy my traditional bag of grenades.
Cool, so that'll be a cred as well.
But
All right. Thank you.
to get like explosive, like C4, the equivalent.
It needs to
Like
be
stuff that
simple,
can blow up.
Marcus.
Right.
Yeah, we can't have explosives with directions. That's just too much.
No. Full pin throw, preferably in that order.
Marcus, you've got two vehicles. You've got your NLPD Interceptor and you've got Price's Ram Raid sedan. Who's in? And you've got Ellie on her flashy motorcycle.
Yeah,
presumably.
Marcus, what's the plan?
Who's going in what?
All right. Here's the plan, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna do my thing, which is
Yeah, baby.
I got several things.
'Cause
I got
Presumably, sorry, if you've now got two vehicles, Thompson's going to be driving. Thompson's going to insist on driving the Interceptor.
Police car, yes.
Because there's no way in hell he's going to get behind the wheel of Price's sedan anymore. So, Price, I guess you'll be the driver of your sedan.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
So, in which case, Marcus and Bear, you can choose.
I'm definitely going in the stand, and to make Price feel better, I'm going to try and attach the windscreen wipers that he bought. Even though there's yeah. So what vision he has is just going like that.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, so Marcus, are you happy to go in the Interceptor, or are you? I thought you were using the Interceptor as like a barricade.
I'm gonna be in the Interceptor with Thompson.
Okay, so you got two cars and a motorcycle.
Oh.
But if possible, in NLPD uniform.
Ooh.
Comes with the car, right?
Not really. you got
Don't have many
Comes with
NLPD
the
officers
car.
living
They
out the
don't
back
generally
of
live
those.
in their cars. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Unless
well,
their lives are going very poorly.
Well,
the NLPD officer is naked in the boot, and I've got his clothes.
Oh, no.
I know from your experience, I live in the Sudan, and you think that all clothes go to
Yeah.
cars, but no.
well, before whilst we're thinking about this uniform, Marcus, please roll me a. Here's the plan, which is
Okay.
so like everyone's on the road and you're over your walkie-talkies and you're discussing who's going to be doing what.
Cool. All right. Here's the plan. I will be in the vehicle with Thompson. My main role will be to provide distraction and neutralize threats. All right. Price, Bear, you're in the sedan. You will be the ones making the move on the armored truck, and you will be breaching said truck to allow access to the vehicle. Now, the vehicle may or may not be moving. Bear that in mind. Cat, I don't know how you're getting off that motorcycle and onto that truck. Good luck.
I'm gonna need a
Drive up the
ramp.
back of the sedan.
Yeah,
And
I'm
ramp
gonna-
into the truck.
I'm gonna need a ramp onto the truck if anyone can give me that.
Drive up the back of the sedan.
Yeah, we've just had a ramp
Bear,
installed.
Price, that's up to you. There you go.
I need a ramp. I'm gonna leave that with you lot.
That is the plan. Cat, you will be extracting the info. Once we are done, we get out of there with our vehicles, detach, and get out the tunnel.
What's left
Well,
of my
which way
vehicle?
we're going to France or we're going back to the
Your
UK?
head.
We're going to France.
Well, it's up to you. You're heading towards Calais, but it's right now. Make a quick decision. Are you carrying
Right.
on after the heist, carrying on to France, or pulling a UE and coming back?
Or what? In France? Is it like a ghoul-infested wasteland, or is it just France?
Point.
Before or after?
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, yes.
So it hasn't changed.
Okay, so how has the apocalypse changed it?
Exactly.
So the French Republic
Got nicer since the weekend.
is, I think, from what I remember, it's doing all right.
Okay.
It's a meta-human friendly country. That's good.
Okay.
They do find cybernetics deviant, however.
Oh dear.
But cheese is okay.
The law is quite strict about weapons and most non-therapeutic magic or cyberware.
No,
yes.
don't like that. Go other
So-
way
Go,
around.
turn around
I
and go
don't want to
back.
stay in France,
No.
but
All right.
I'll be. How are you? So, okay, you've gotten to Calais. What's your method of return?
Back through the
Right,
tunnel.
Through the tunnel.
If it's
That
still
may,
there.
that may not be an option given our previous track
Oh
record.
no. I guess we should. Can we get the ferry timetable?
As it comes to this, we're getting the ferry back.
Get the ferry back.
I guess we would take the ferry back. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
We're
But
gonna have a holiday. in
we
France, ferry
we
back.
should have like a change of clothes ready, like disguise kits ready, so that we can get on the ferry
How
unmolested.
are we disguising the
Marcus,
pimped up sedan?
Oh,
Bullet ridden.
Oh, the sedan is staying in France. Sorry, Price.
Oh, no, I'll get
But
this bit. I
the
need the
NLPD
cash to get a new car.
the NLPD vehicle is coming with that one. That could be pressing your car.
You can't get that back
So,
on the
Dan-
ferry.
I need an LMPD uniform and I need a French gendarme uniform, please.
Well,
You can't be a French cop in a British police car coming back in the.
Anything is possible when you dream big.
so Marcus, you rolling. I love
Yes.
it when a plan comes together. You roll a partial success. You roll an 8, so that gives you 1 hold
Yeah.
for
I rolled
gear
it
that you
bef- I
need
rolled it-
right now. Or you
No shit,
can
I rolled it
experience. I'll
No,
do
it's okay. Take this one. Take this one.
Alright.
What
Take
not
this
the
one.
6?
Okay.
Take this one. Stop! No!
That's it. There you go. Being honest.
Don't do that.
Okay, so everyone knows what the plan is, but unfortunately, Marcus, as you're entering
They know
into
we're
the
coming.
Channel Tunnel,
Oh,
they
no.
do. You are unable to find a uniform on the back seat, because clearly no one lives in the back of this one. Your opponent has predicted your every move. The NC will advance the legwork clock.
They haven't predicted our every move. That's terrible.
Didn't the last person predict our every move?
Yeah, they
We are
always
quite
predict our every
predictable.
move.
Cunning.
Okay. So you guys are now
Bond villains.
9 o'clock on the
9
legwork,
o'clock.
aren't we?
on the legwork clock.
Absolute disgrace.
And what happens if we hit midnight?
Dead.
Dead. Okay.
No pay.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that's
we're
even
on
worse.
to- but the legwork shouldn't go up anymore, should it? Because now we're into just action.
Well,
That is what happens when you fluff a love it when the plan comes
Oh.
together roll.
Right.
yes.
Ooh.
No more
So-
of those markers.
No more
perhaps-
honesty. Anton.
Perhaps it's the why is there an NLPD police interceptor heading into the Channel Tunnel? Like, why is it driving to Folkestone? So yeah, like just loads of kids were just live streaming you driving past.
Wow, an LPD car, cool.
Okay.
Into the channel.
So
A
Followed by
cowboy
the
is driving an
sedan.
NLPD car.
So, you in your three respective vehicles head into the Channel Tunnel. You know that it kind of drives out of Folkestone for a while. It's a 31-mile long tunnel, and you know that the middle kind of 23 and a half are underwater. So the tunnel kind of goes above land and then dips down into the water. Given the time of night, the roads are surprisingly quiet, to the point where there's a point where it's just your three vehicles driving along, like at some speed, to try and catch up with the convoy. You know that when the heist is going to begin when you get underwater, so within that middle 23 and a half miles. In so much that if the convoy travels at a constant 70 miles an hour, you'll have 30 minutes to get in and get out.
Shit.
So,
It's not that long.
are you all ready to start the heist timer?
Yas.
Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, as you get as you start to go underwater, you notice your signals on your comlink start to reduce until they show no signal.
Do we not have our each other Bluetooth comms?
Your intercoms, but your external comms are
yeah.
you're out of signal range. You know that you've left behind, as you're entering into the tunnel, you know that there was some aerial support, and you suspect that once you get to the other end, there'll be sort of the helicopters that are overhead awaiting you and the like. So you know that time is very, very precious. As you Thompson looks to you, Marcus, as if to ask for permission.
Yep. Step on it. Let's go.
And with that, he pulls a trigger with one of his hands, because obviously everything's controlled from his hands. And you feel the interceptor, the turbo in the engine of the interceptor kicks in, and it you feel yourself pushed back into your seat as this
Oh yeah,
police car
Tommy.
zooms past this sedan.
Yeah.
Bear, you've never seen a metal contraption like that move so fast. But at that point, there's another roar of an engine as Ellie whizzes past you.
Vroom,
And
Ooh, it's gonna be wild.
Here we go.
Adrenaline with gonna get pumped.
Yeah, baby.
Price, you take the opportunity to floor it as best you can, and the car lurches a bit and it starts to pick up and accelerate to speeds it's never traveled at before. And sure enough, as the tunnel lights are whizzing past you, and Ellie, you can see them kind of reflecting over your visor. In the distance, you can see approximately, it takes about 2 miles to catch up, but you see the shape of this large armored truck trundling along, the sound of its large engine reverberating down the tunnel towards you, and you see that there are two 4x4s tailing it. Starting with Marcus in the Interceptor with Thompson, what do you do?
Price, Bear, you get the backpack one, I get the back one. You get them grenades. So what's going to happen is Thompson and Marcus will go side by side with the truck, and they'll be aiming backwards at one of those 4x4s. And then Price and Bear, I'm not sure what they're doing.
Sure. Okay. Well, you say that to Thompson, and Thompson kind of nods. He pulls the accelerator as hard as he can, and the car rips forward. He swerves and drives between the two escorting 4x4s, which kind of instinctively swerve out the way slightly as this NLPD Interceptor just roars up. And you are behind the truck, and between the truck and the two escort vehicles, which are side by side. And what do you do?
If Bear and Price are in position, Marcus will lean out the window with his assault rifle and armor-piercing bullets and light them up.
Okay. In which case, as you lean out of the passenger window, sit your bum on the window sill and pull your rifle out. That sounds like a mix it up. What are you trying to do?
I'm going to try to hit the driver.
Okay. Roll a mix it up.
So we're just going to pop up passenger side and just light him up. Mix it up. I would get a +1 ongoing for this.
Because you are following the plan, absolutely.
This is the plan. This is the way. 10. I achieved the objective.
Okay. So Bear, Price, Ellie, you watch as Marcus leans out this window and with controlled burst into the windscreen, you see the bullets impacting on the windscreen. The windscreen itself is bulletproof, but with your concentrated burst, you're able to hit a small enough area enough times that one of the bullets flies through. And Ellie, you watch as the car that Marcus has been firing at suddenly swerves, veers off to the side, smashes into a bollard, and flips.
Jeez.
Woo dang. All right.
And as the car, as this upside down 4x4 is skidding along the ground, and Ellie, you have to dodge around it. Price and Bear, what are you doing? The other 4x4 appears to be panicking because its ally just got shot up.
So if I was to throw Price's Rubik's Cube at this 4x4,
yes,
could I turn it into something that is not a 4x4?
A 2x2.
For example,
it's just an object. It wouldn't be something as big. So you could maybe aim for the tyre and make the tyre square or not there.
Ooh. Yeah. Dan, whatever you think's possible.
Make the tyre not there.
Yeah.
I was
picturing turning the car into the little food cart that Price and I ate at earlier or something. But
I think to do that, you'd have to use Arcana and Gear to give it a very, because it's on there. If it's got to be appropriate to the situation, you've got to spend Arcana and Gear to it. Otherwise, you're just transmuting something into something else.
Okay, but I could aim for the tyre and turn it into a balloon or something. Yeah, marshmallow.
Oh,
yeah.
Marshmallow. Perfect.
Okay, right. In which case, Price, it's difficult for you to see where you're going until you kind of pull to the side of the 4x4 and can see out of the driver window.
It's much easier to drive this way.
Yes. And as you pull up, Bear, are you in the front seat or the back seat?
I'm riding shotgun with Price.
Cool.
Right.
Okay, so you're in the passenger seat and you pull up alongside this this kind of black 4x4. We're talking blacked out windows, everything's very sleek and nondescript. But it sounds like you're using this Rubik's Cube for violent purposes.
Yes. Because I'm with him, does he get my link bonus with him?
You would have to roll that. Thing is,
But you can assist because you're driving. So you're like driving and trying to get bear into position.
Yeah,
This
that's
road.
a little right, a little.
Yeah.
Hold it steady, Price.
So the
Okay.
thing is,
What do I need to roll for that?
I would argue you're not, because you're throwing a Rubik's Cube and you're aiming for a wheel. I'm going to argue that's not violence per se. What that
No,
is
pressure.
instead is, where's it
I'm
gone?
bad at everything except violence.
Is it act under pressure?
It's
right?
act under
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
Because you've got to,
Yes.
like, while this car's moving and it's bouncing around, you've got to aim and then
Mm-hmm.
Gotta
Get on
keep
target.
your cool.
keep your cool.
Okay.
So, Price, by all means, you can roll help or interfere to try and keep the car steady and get it into an optimal position.
Oh, do I get +3 to this, don't I?
You are +3
Yeah.
with that, yes.
Yay!
9.
Nice,
So
Okay.
it should be a full success.
So
Oh, it already is +3.
that is +3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bear,
Ah,
you get to
okay.
take +1 on your act under pressure, which is a cool roll as you
Okay.
lean out the window with this Rubik's cube, and you can just about see the driver going, "What?"
Hmm.
So I can add one forward
Yes.
to that, can I? Okay.
Yeah, just a straight call. Oh, that's that kind of stuff.
So
Oh,
that
you got it. You
is
did it.
9. Okay.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
Nice.
Lovely. Thanks, Price.
you
Well done.
stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The MC will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
The car rams into the motorcycle. Into
Okay.
Marcus.
So you were throwing the Rubik's Cube in an attempt to take out basically one of the wheels.
Yeah, so that the car would crash. Yeah. Or not be able to keep up with us.
I will say
It hits the school bus travelling. That's an ugly joke.
okay. You
It hits a child in the face.
turns the child into a marshmallow.
That's an ugly choice, right? Marshmallow kid.
I'm so sorry that this is what's going to happen. You lean out the window and you throw the Rubik's Cube. But as that happens, one of the rear passenger, like driver's side passenger windows comes down, and someone begins firing at Price's car. Instinctively, Price has to swerve, which makes you. Ooh, you throw the Rubik's Cube. It still hits the wheel, but Price swerves so much that your bag of grenades that were on the dashboard,
No.
like you miss with the Rubik's Cube, but the bag of grenades that were on the dashboard slides out the window, and
No.
the car runs over those instead, and there's a huge explosion. As the grenades
Why have you
detonate,
got
it
them on the
flips
dashboard?
car. You haven't got your grenades anymore. But Ellie, you look over your shoulder and think that was a lot of explosives in a contained tunnel.
Yeah.
And you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh, I've lost my Rubik's Cube.
And your Rubik's Cube is gone as well,
Oh
yes.
no.
Gutted.
But you have managed to take the
Dang.
car out.
Well done. Good.
All according to plan.
As you
Next
chastise.
time, you need to put your grenades in a bag.
They're in
No,
the bag.
They were in the bag, so they're in the
Oh, they're in the bag. Oh no!
Used plastic bag, and the whole thing out the window.
Yeah, I've lost my bag as well.
A tote bag. A tote bag of doom.
Okay.
Right.
So Ellie, you flinch as this bag of grenades explodes and flips this second car, which then itself, like the fuel in the fuel tank, detonates, and there's just a large, deafening explosion that echoes woo, right down the front of the tunnel.
Holy moly.
You're obviously kind of keeping up, but what is it you want to do right now?
I think I want to, now that the two cars are gone, once I've sort of safely manoeuvred my way around the exploding vehicle, I want to get into position close to the back of this armoured truck that we're aiming for. And I'm waiting for, like, this
Something
this
amazing.
ramp. I'm waiting for an opportunity to get on. the vehicle, I guess.
Well, tell you what, we'll skip back to Price. So you've just had to swerve because someone's just put a couple of bullets in bullet dents in the side of your sedan. But you can see Ellie kind of dodging and weaving around these explosions. You know that you've got to line up, and you've got the grappling hooks to fire at the back of this truck to begin the boarding process.
Oh my god. Line it up. I'll ask Ellie to get out of the way so we don't harpoon her. And is this where we just ram forward and I deploy Bear, the door opener? Is that the plan? Bear runs up the ramp and rips the back off the truck.
Well,
I think you've got some you got some implements like.
Yes, you've got you've got your pneumatic.
You got some robot wars
bonnet.
shit.
Right.
You've got some robot wars shit going on with the car.
Okay. Bear, prepare to be launched. Get ready to deploy bonnet.
Price, as you're lining this up, because you've got to make sure that you attach the sedan to the back of the truck. So, because obviously, if you just flip a drawbridge and the truck moves, then the drawbridge is
right.
So, in this moment, and what was Price's role in everything? Marcus?
Driving it up.
That is correct. Bear and Price have to attach and board.
In which case you're going to get a +1 to this because this is the plan. But please also make me an act under pressure as you try to line up your sedan to fire the harpoons.
14.
You do it. No problem.
Nice.
Okay, so you line up and you focus on your Sunday morning drives, and you enter into your calm place, and then you you hit the little red button that's been bolted onto your steering wheel, and there's as these two harpoons fire out of the harpoon launchers mounted on just above your front wheel arches, and they bang bang punch into and through the back of the metal armored truck ahead of you. And Bear, if you would like to do the honours of pressing the drawbridge button.
It's a big red button just there.
Yeah.
Bear, it's just a plunger. And with Price, you flinch as with a bang, your bonnet fires forward, hinged at the front of the car to flap open like a drawbridge, and the spikes clamp onto the real tailgate of this truck.
If I put the car in neutral, will we just be towed along now?
Fundamentally,
and I can get out. Okay, right, that's fine. I'll stay in for the moment. Yeah.
You can save on fuel as well, Price.
No, exactly. Reverse.
Ellie, you are now able to. I'm going to also ask for a
drive up the back of my car.
Act under pressure.
I'm totally gonna drive up your car.
To drive up the ramp on the back of
Do we need to make a hole in the back of the truck? Or are you jumping on the roof of the truck?
It was made.
Well, actually, that's the point. What was the plan to get into the truck? And was the answer simply Bear?
It might have been Bear. Yes. So I guess I'm gonna do that. Do I get +1 hold or +1 forward or whatever it's called?
Are you getting onto the back of the truck? Are you getting onto the back of the truck before Bear opens it?
Possibly not. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. In which case,
no.
We'll jump back to Bear then. As you maintain.
I'm maintaining my position.
Bear, it's your turn. As you clamber out the sunroof through the tank hatch that's been attached to the top of Price's sedan, in front of you, you've got the slope down.
I'll tell you what I am doing. I'm keeping a careful lookout in case somebody sticks their head out and starts trying to attack Bear, or if anything happens, any signs of life from inside the vehicle, basically.
Surprisingly, there doesn't seem to be.
There is not. Okay.
Okay, so Bear, you pull yourself out the tank hatch on the top of Price's sedan, and in front of you can see the slope down where the windscreen was, and it's now been replaced with reinforced metal. You can see the now exposed engine block with the underside of his bonnet acting as the drawbridge onto the back of this truck that your car's harpooned onto.
What weapon have you got there?
I've got my fire axes. I'm wondering. I'm looking at the door, the entrance to this truck. I'm wondering whether my axes can get through it with enough gusto.
With enough gusto, those axes can do anything, right?
So far.
Okay, in which case, just raw brute strength. So in which case, as you stoop low and you clamber onto the back of this truck, you're going to be very violent now. So please, by all means, roll me a mix it up.
Rather than like trying to cut the whole door off, because it's probably quite a big truck, right? I'm just trying to like carve an Ellie-shaped hole, like a silhouette that she can flip through.
Before you hit the truck, am I able to just do something to your axe to make it easier to get through the back, or is that?
Yeah, go ahead.
How turns working. So if I grab my Rubik's Cube, I will transform your axe and give it 2 tags. If I give it the breach and AP tag, and then Dan, you have to pick a tag as well.
So like an explosive axe is essentially what you say.
It gives it the breach tag and also the AP, so it ignores up to 2 armor and it makes big holes in hard targets like walls and tanks.
So just for the rest of the mission.
Permanent.
For the rest of this mission, it's using the Rubik's Cube thing to use a transformation spell.
Oh.
Okay, and what is effectively the blade of your fire axe fundamentally turns into a magical chainsaw. Just magical blades,
chain axe,
like flying along the edge of your blade. Okay, so mix it up.
I'll mix it up. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Here's Johnny.
Oh boy!
So there, you're able to hold on to one of the handles on the back of the truck, and with this new magical chain axe, you start carving through the back of this truck like it's butter. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm carving a gap that Ellie can go through on her motorcycle should she wish.
Yeah, baby.
Arguably, because it would be like a flip open like door type, right? So perhaps if you just go down the middle, you'll cut the lock and one of the doors will swing open.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Sure. Okay. So you're able to just jam the fire axe in and you carve through the mag locks that holding the thing down. And Ellie, you watch as like the right hand. Thankfully, the door that Bear isn't holding swings open. And Bear just sort of like turns to look to you and gives you a thumbs up.
Right.
I'll just check that there's no one obviously in the door waiting to shoot her as she comes in.
Sure. As you peer in, it's a relatively narrow, kind of corridor, if you will. There's a number of kind of computer terminals, and you can't see through to like the driver cockpit. But it looks like Ellie's bedroom in there. It's just all these computers and screens, and what appear to be mannequins.
Mannequins?
No. Oh, I don't like that.
That's never good, mannequins. Alright,
I'll
I'll just give her the all clear and gesture her in.
Okay. Ellie, hit me up with a axe under pressure.
Yeah, okay. It's a 10!
Hey, rocket.
I zoom across the sedan and onto the truck.
Okay. So, you get some air as you sail past Bear and just sort of like slam the bike into this truck. You manage to kind of dismount before it squishes your leg. But you are now in the truck and there's all these kind of data terminals everywhere and they're all just kind of flicking around. They look like security systems. In this moment, given what you're seeing, it dawns on you that this truck is being like piloted. Like you're able to peer through the small holes in the
There's no one
that separate
in there.
you and the thing, and it looks like this thing's being controlled remotely almost.
I think first thing, if I've still got anything I can do before other people act. Well, first I'm going to prepare to do is assess for kind of surveillance within the cab. I want to like kill the cameras if there are any, because presumably whoever's piloting this thing has sight on what's going on in the inside.
Sure. Well, as you mount, like as you enter, first off, you are some distance along the tunnel.
Yes.
So that clock goes up. The explosive entry puts up the action clock.
Okay.
As you look up, you see a ceiling-mounted camera.
Yeah.
And you see the glint of red as it seemingly looks at you.
I've still got my helmet on at this stage, and so yeah, I'm gonna immediately. I think I'm just gonna shoot the camera.
Nice.
In which case, you shoot the camera and.
Love it. Long gone are those days you'd hack in and disable it. Now you've got a wall-mounted gun. You're just like, shoot this, shoot that.
Yeah. It has the same effect at the end of the day.
So you, like, without skipping a beat, you lift your. So I should point out, there's loads of consoles, but everything in here is brightly coloured, and it's very, very on brand for MVNN. Everything is a shade of white, like baby blue or electric pink.
Yeah. Hate these guys.
As you just fire one shot with your new synth-eye to take out the camera, and you step in, you take a moment and stop as you go to pass one of the mannequins, which look like armoured test dummies wearing kind of large visored helmets.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is that Universal Soldier?
No, it's gonna be. Oh no, it's droids! Droid soldiers! Oh, they're incredible though.
In unison, these droid-like figures that are upsettingly deliberately feminine in design, even down to their high heel boots. Their heads start to lift up, and you can see lights blinking behind their visors, and they're like in unison, their right thighs slide open and they reach for what appear to be SMGs.
Okay, at that moment, I'm gonna yell to Bear, "Get Marcus!" and I'm gonna slide underneath a desk, like a console table.
Sure. Okay, so Bear, you've just seen these mannequins come to life as Ellie shouts to you. Marcus, you are sort of like side by side with Price, and you've just heard Ellie shout over the comms that she needs you. As this happens, you instinctively duck as bullets rake the back of your interceptor.
No.
And over the sound of your engines, you've missed the roar of more engines from behind you, and as you peer over your shoulder, you can see that there are 3 motorcycles and what appears to be a UCAS military Humvee in hot pursuit.
No.
All right. And if you zoom in, you see from a top hatch an individual with a cowboy hat peers out, takes the hat off and puts it back in the car, and then pulls out a large sniper rifle and drops the tripod to balance it on the top of the Humvee. And looks through the sight for a moment, and then gives you a little. And you notice Jacob give you a little wave.
You shoot Cat again. Oh god.
And with your experience, you immediately recognise that these bikers seemingly are Hades security.
Oh shit.
Right, Marcus, what do you do?
Marcus will ignore the dolls and will auto-fire, ideally on everyone. So if there's a zone, right, I have auto-fire, so I can select a zone. I'm just going to shoot everything there. So I would like to do that, please, with my armor-piercing round.
Okay, so by all means, you can use mix it up to like spray and pray, and just try and keep them off you for now. because you know.
So it actually just it would deal damage. So autofire would deal damage.
Oh, okay. If you're,
as far as I understand it, it's just the tag of the weapon just allows you to just deal damage.
Sure.
If there are allies within that area, they might be effective, but they are none.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In which case, roll me a mix it up as you start firing into the bikers chasing you.
Yeah, let's go.
Because you know that they are going to catch up with you real quick.
Let's go synth. +1 ongoing. Right?
Yes, because it's your job to shoot everyone.
Which is still the same. It's a 9.
A 9. Okay. So you achieve your objective. What's the damage of your rifle?
It's 3 harm, and the armor piercing negates 1 or 2 armor.
Sure. Okay. So you're able to light up some of the. You're able to light up the bikes. You see the armor-piercing bullets. Some of them kind of glance off the front of the bikes, whilst the more kind of direct hits, you see the right-hand biker just take a couple of slugs. They like pierce through the helmet, and he just that biker just skids out and like wipes out into a wall. And the other 2 have to kind of pull back a bit. So you've managed to take out one of them with your thing, but please choose 2 poisons.
Right. What do we want? Oops. I don't want to make any more. I don't need mission.
Make too much
I
noise.
take harm. Thompson takes harm. All right. How about this? I'm gonna roll for either me or Thompson taking harm. Okay. 1 to 3. It's Thompson.
All right.
4 to 6. It's Marcus.
It's Marcus.
Marcus takes harm.
Okay. So in which case, as you're like shooting at the oncoming bikes, they've kind of pulled up SMGs of their own, and they're like firing at you. And one of the stray bullets like hits you in the shoulder. It does 2 harm. What's your?
I've got the heavy stuff on.
So is that 2 armor?
Armor. So I take no harm.
So in which case you reduce the harm to 0, but you still need to make a harm roll.
Yep. Okay, that's right.
So the bullets kind of ricochet off your shoulder pad.
Woo!
And you are fine. You are fine.
Get a shot. All right.
Okay. You just keep your cool as these bullets rattle off
All
your
right,
shoulder
keep it
pad.
steady, Thompson. Get him.
Okay, so Marcus, you appear to be busy. Do you want to say anything to Ellie?
Ellie, kind of busy right now. Son of a bitch, Jacob is here.
Bear. You at this point you can see that Ellie is has just like skidded under a table in amongst all these robotic mannequins. What do you do?
So how many of these droid things are there?
There are 4 at the moment.
Okay.
And are they sort of all around us?
Yeah, you're effectively in a relatively cramped corridor. They've just kind of come out of alcoves, 2 on each side. Ellie's managed to like run past them and slide under a desk. So the droids are between you and Ellie.
Yeah, okay, well, his first thought will be to try and get to Ellie, I guess, so he's going to try and pull out his axes and go through the 2 that are between him and Ellie.
Nice, okay. That sounds very much like violence, and your fire axe is still a magical chain axe. So.
Yeah, it is.
With Breach and AP2.
Yeah, they're already stupidly good, and the fire axes, they're stupid.
Okay. So, normally you know that against metal creatures like this, the axe would take a little while to go through them. But achieving your objective, you're able to run up to. Well, tell me how you take out 2 of them, aided by the armor piercing of your axe.
Yeah, so I guess he would. One of the first one he runs up to would raise its gun to shoot him. He'd slide under it, like sever its legs out, and then sort of pick up the torso and chuck it at the other one. And then when it's pinned, he's able to sort of hack it to bits.
Okay, wonderful. So in which case, as you're just carving the second one, presumably down the helmet, you can just see like sparks and circuitry flying out as the visor cracks, and sort of like the white featureless face under the visor just has what appears nothing but what appears to be like a painted set of red lips on it. As you and sort of like the creature, like the robot's just like convulsing as you saw through it. The other two turn to regard you as they see you as the threat. And Price, you're seeing all of this through your little vision hole.
Through my rearview mirror, though, I do take it. I see Mr. Cowboy hat with his sniper rifle.
Yes.
Yes. I have flashbacks to the boat, and in a moment of panic, I do drop the manipulation spell on the axe and click my fingers and let Cat go invisible and disappear.
Okay.
So that, because thinking what he's like, he's going to shoot the one person he knows who can download the stuff.
That's going to be
so if Cat's
another.
not there, she can still do that without being sniped.
That's going to be another caster spell.
That'd be an illusion, yeah.
What is going on with our rolls right now?
Why?
It's all going to go the opposite
Very, very
direction
well
on the
played.
getaway.
It really is, yeah.
Okay, in which case,
double one.
yeah, Bear, you notice that the grinding noise that your axe has been making stops as you wrench it through, and just like spurts of black oil and fluids coming out of the neck of this thing, this fembot you've just been chopping up. And as you look up, you watch as Ellie just vanishes.
Ah, right.
I'll come through that I've done that just before Bear doesn't panic, and Ellie can carry on doing the hack without fear of being sniped in the back of the skull.
That's brilliant.
Ellie, what do you do? You are now invisible. You are fundamentally. You have a little look around, and you can see that there is what appears to be a large, high-spec terminal at the end of the, like, basically just behind the driver's cockpit.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going to try and subtly, invisibly make my way to that. I stay low.
Sure. In which case, as you approach the terminal, you can see, like, you're checking the timer. You are obviously further along the tunnel. The end of the tunnel is coming up.
Oh no.
You're that much closer. But please feel free to jack in and console cowboy.
Oh, totes. No probs. I can do that. So do I do console cowboy first?
You jack in.
There we go. I jack
and
in.
then roll me a console cowboy.
It's a 6.
Okay. In which case,
Plus one I'm going though.
Plus one I'm going because your job is to.
I don't.
Oh yeah. The way...
7. Yeah.
So it goes up to a 7. So you gain 1 hold.
Yeah. Okay, lovely.
You're able to jack in, but the security on this terminal is higher than you were expecting, so you're not able to kind of get round it any more than you might normally do. But as you plug yourself in and you slump to the ground, like the bed of this armored truck, the matrix, the world builds around you, and these large gleaming white buildings kind of rise up around you. An electric baby blue sky fills the sky, like fills the area overhead, and the grass on either side of the white path you're on sprouts up in a bright electric pink, and you see a welcome to MVN.
I hate these guys so much. Right. Okay.
What is it you're looking for?
I need that software.
Okay.
I need the special secret safe that they've got within this green lush pastureland that has this very expensive software in it.
It seems like that is a very particular bit of information.
Yeah. Intel, is it? Well, I don't know. Is it? Would I not know where to look for stuff like this?
You realise
you've been
dropped in a hub, and looking around, you can see that there are every node, every terminal seems to be connected to this hub that you've just dropped into. So right now, you're in a bit of a labyrinth.
Massive library.
Yes.
So I guess the intel is, where am I looking for the software?
Okay. So as you reveal knowledge, you know like you've done your research and you've kind of figured out what sort of security measures have been put, like electronic security measures have been put in. You've been able to find out through your research what sort of security measures have been put in, and you're able to immediately head into that node. And as you move through it, the bright kind of electric, the bright baby blue, gloss white electric pink fades away as you kind of effectively step through a building that you've realized is marked like prison. And you find yourself in a room with what appears to be a sealed metal cage.
Right.
But as you do, a number of feminine-looking androids that look similar to the bots outside materialize, but you notice that their shoulder pads are black. And you're currently presented with 3 black ice.
3 black ice? Are you kidding me?
3 black ice. And their hands fold out and flames begin to emit from their wrists. Marcus.
Mess them up.
Marcus.
We're on a roll.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh my god.
I would like to shoot Jacob, please.
Okay.
Oh, yes, sorry.
So there's still 2 bikes. They've dropped back a bit. And Jacob's behind them.
Can I spray all of them, or do I have to select?
Yeah, you can fire out towards them again.
Yeah, spray and pray.
Okay, that's another mix it up.
All right, let's go. Mix it up. Let's go. Synth. Shit. That's a 7 though, which is a partial success.
Bumps to a 7 because you're doing a rooty tooty point and shooty. Okay, so in which case you achieve your success. Who was you were shooting at in the end? Sorry.
Oh shit. By the way, I'm doing way more damage than that. It's 3 plus 2 because I add my synth to damage. So I'm doing 5 damage across the board. Anyways, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, sorry. In which case, are you shooting at the bikes or Jacob?
I'm shooting at Jacob now.
Jacob. Okay. In which case, yeah, you bring up your rifle, and as your synth fires kind of focus and hone in, you see him sort of like aiming a shot up, and like his finger going to move to the trigger, and as you start like auto firing, just unloading into him, you manage to kind of pepper the car, and he like has to duck and dive a little bit. You need to choose a poison, sir.
So I don't have the option.
So you make too much noise, advance a clock. You take harm as established by the fiction. An ally takes harm, or something of value breaks.
What, the action clock? We can move the action clock by 1, right?
What about noise? It's like noisy already.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move the action clock by 1.
Okay.
Because we loud. We're not a fire in the tunnel.
Okay, there is a lot of
blowing up
fire
bikes
in
and
the
cars.
tunnels. And like it looks like Jacob's about to squeeze off a shot, but then he has to kind of duck. And you're shooting at an armored Humvee. You've got armor-piercing bullets, but yeah, you start like leaving heavy dents and cracks in the windscreen, but it's enough to make him duck out the way. Obviously, the car's not dead in any way, shape, or form. But you have made him duck his head down.
How many hit points does a car have?
More than you think.
Shit. All right, we're working on it.
You are now at 9 o'clock on the action clock. Bear, you hear like a noise come from somewhere in the truck, and like a red light begins to flash inside. It seems alarms have now been triggered. So Bear, as you hear that, you see 2 of the other droids kind of beginning to move towards you. What do you do?
Yeah, so realising that my axe is no longer blessed by Price's magic, I'm going to just try and grab the nearest droid, and I guess I'm realising there's a fight going on outside of the truck, so I'm just going to try and hoik it out of the back of the truck to take out one of the bikes.
Sure.
Or at least give them something to dodge.
Yeah, I mean, once again, that's a mix it up, isn't it? You're using. I can't say that's act under pressure because you're just hoofing someone out the back of something.
I can't see Kat, can I? So I'm just assuming that she's getting on with the job. And
you can see that the computers have lit up. And there's a wire that's kind of hanging down.
Okay, so my role is just to keep these droids busy while she does her thing.
Okay, so you like one of the droids. So the droid that's heading towards you brings a gun up, brings the SMG up just as you grab it. You successfully hoik the bot out of the back of the truck, but choose your poison on an 8.
Just 1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
Or, yeah, Anton. Actually, you'll need to choose another one for your mix-up a second ago. So yeah, Bear, if you choose your 2. Make too much noise, you take harm, and ally takes harm, something of value breaks.
Yeah, so I'm going to take harm.
Okay.
I guess the other droid has got a clean shot at my back while I'm hooking its friend out the door. And I don't really want to advance the mission clock again. So I'm going to say something of value breaks.
Okay. In which case, as you grab this this droid and you hoof it out the back of the car, the back of the van, you get sprayed, like you get hit in the leg with a stray bullet from the other one. You take it's 2 damage from that.
Okay.
I don't know how much you reduce your.
I have Mystic Armor, which when I make the harm move, subtract 2 from your roll.
Okay.
Subtract 3 if it comes from a combat spell or a weapon with the fletch it tag.
Okay. Oh, you've got an armored jacket, so you actually only take 1 harm.
Okay, sure.
Please make me a harm roll, but then yeah, you subtract 2 from this.
Okay.
-3.
Oh, actually, that might have factored in.
Sure. Well, it's still -1, even if it is.
-1, probably.
Okay, fine. So you.
Whoa.
So, but yeah, you've just grabbed this one droid. You've like been shot in the calf, and the bullet just kind of grazes you. It's enough to kind of like dip your leg, but that moment of kind of that pause before you throw this droid out the back of the truck. In a panic, like, the droid tries to bring its SMG round to you and starts like firing, but the momentum being thrown, the bullets simply arc past your head, thankfully like past where Ellie is, but through the holes in the grates into the driver's cockpit, and you hear things kind of like cracking and fizzing and sparking as the bullets have shot something in the cockpit.
Okay. That bodes well. Did the bikes manage to dodge the robot?
Well, so Price, you see this blue, pink, and white fem droid like fall out, crash onto your bonnet, and as you sort of like presumably just telekinetically push it off, as it rolls around. As it rolls around, Thompson has to swerve out the way. Thompson has to swerve out the way as well, and the 2 bikes dodge round it. And then Marcus, you watch as this droid just goes under the wheels of the armoured Humvee that Jacob's in. Price.
There's one more robot in the back.
One more robot in with Bear, and yeah, it's the one that just shot Bear.
Right, let's levitate it out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Cast a
Carry
spell.
on with the bowling theme. So because I've got a illusion spell already up, I do take -1 on this one. Because I can maintain manipulation spells, but not the illusion one without minuses.
It's really hard holding the steering wheel with your elbow, why?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 6.
So it drops to a 6.
Does this count as part of getting into the back of the truck with Marcus's thingy?
I'm going to argue no.
Right.
So the flows of magical energy are too weak to harness or fail to control the energy you do pull together. The MC will make a move. Marcus, you watch as Jacob pops back out of the hatch of the Humvee, quickly like plonks the steadies the sniper rifle again and takes an aim, and there's a loud crack as he pulls the trigger. You hear the bullet like fizz past your head, and it strikes one of the harpoon cables holding Price's car to the back of the truck. And as that
Not the sedan.
fizzes, like as that snaps, Price, your sedan suddenly skirts back because it's only being held on one front corner to the back of the truck, and you
Ooh, sticks. Okay.
and like, yeah, there's just the sound of screeching tires and smoke as you're getting pulled along diagonally down the Channel Tunnel by this massive armored truck. The bonnet goes flying off as well.
Bonnet.
Poor bonnet. Whilst this is happening, Kat,
Hi.
you are face to face with 3 black ice femdroids. What do you do?
This feels like a very nice moment for a flashbang. So I think I'm going to try and put them out of action for a second with the thing that Ezekiel gave me.
Sure. So as you've got the flashbang prepped and primed, please roll me a synth.
A synth, just a straight synth.
Roll a synth. So fundamentally, tell you what, I can post what it does in the chat.
Oh, really?
So
can I roll it in the chat?
So if you just click
here we go.
Yeah, if you just click on your synth, and that'll then we can have a look.
No. How is 2d6 plus 2 come to 4? That is the worst roll I have ever seen in my life.
We started off well, everyone. Do you get +1 for Marcus's thing on this?
Doesn't make a bloody difference, does it? It's still a fail.
In which case, as you prep and prime the flashbang that Ezekiel gave you, and you trigger it, your deck begins to overheat dramatically. And I know it says +1 trace. It says +1 trace, and it seems to be activating more security protocols within.
Come on.
As the flash, you've done the bang, but not the flash.
Thanks, Ezekiel.
So that was a freebie. What would you like to do now?
I guess I'll die, please. Thanks. 3 black ice and nothing I can do about it. My hold would be for things like once they execute a program against me, I can like shut one of those down. But I've only got one of those.
Well, in this moment,
the box and leg it.
In this moment, it looks like a big, large, like animal cage almost, but with like solid walls.
I mean, how does it look like it opens? Can I use my intel to figure out how to open it?
You get the feeling that, I mean, because it's just a representation, right? So it's effectively a locked folder file.
For sure. Like, can I use my intel to open it? Like, I know the algorithm, or I know I have the right key for this kind of encryption or whatever.
So the reveal knowledge will tell you what the security protocols are, which you can then use as your +1 to take forward to compromise security.
So I'm doing reveal knowledge.
So if you do a reveal knowledge, then you'll know what the security subroutines are.
Well, that's what I was asking, to use my intel essentially. Sure. Yeah.
And then that will then give you a +1 if you then roll a compromise security.
Do I have to wait till next turn to do that?
No. By all means, you can. So you reveal your knowledge.
Yeah.
That intel disappears.
Right.
And yeah, you've figured out what kind of encryptions there are on this thing. As you go to roll compromise security, and the 3 black ice are now descending on you with their flamethrower arms, you hear boom, 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 and 3 knocks come from the cage.
What?
You roll in compromise security?
I guess.
Okay.
With a +1 success. 12.
Way.
Okay, so as these 3 black ice descend on you, you kind of dive into the code that comprises the avatar of this cage, and you start like pulling apart the bits that you need to pull apart and reconnecting the bits. And you watch, like as you finish, and the ice, like the ice now kind of surrounding you, and they bring up their flaming wrists. The top of the cage, the top of the box, begins to slide off. Like a slide off, and there's a neon green light emanating from inside it, and the ice stop and turn to look at the cage, and you hear
What?
I'll be let out, cat. I'll be let out.
and a figure begins to rise from the cage.
Who is this? Is this some advanced AI? Is this a person's avatar?
Who this?
And what appears to be
No, not him. Not him. No.
Who's that?
You let him out the box.
Get in the cage.
a smiling Venetian
Get back in the
mask
box.
face, wearing what
Looks
appears
like
to be
it.
a very
I've seen him
old
before,
time
surely.
red coat with a ruffled collar, white shirt, rises up with this grotesque smile, and the face looks to you for a moment and Ellie. And you recognize this as the Man of Whispers,
Yeah, I do.
the
I didn't
AI that has plagued you.
know. Is this what they were transporting?
And the Man of Whispers stretches really nonchalantly as the 3 ice turn and begin advancing on him, and he just effortlessly waves his hands in front of it himself, and the ice just shatter.
Dope.
Well, this is a surprise, isn't it?
Bear. You have 1 Fem droid left with you. What do you do?
I think seeing that our escape ramp is gone, I'm going to try and gain access to the driver's cockpit, and I'm going to use the remaining Fem droid to gain access.
Okay. Sure.
Do you think there's a steering wheel up front?
There's always a steering wheel, as far as Bear's concerned.
Okay. In which case, you're just so violent, Bear. Please roll me another mix it up.
He does one thing in a variety of ways.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Even
5.
with the following the plan.
Does it ram you into the dashboard?
So
That's fine as long as we get through.
you rush forward, you grab this thing by the legs, and as you lift it up and try to grab it to turn it into a battering ram, it starts fighting you off. You notice that in one hand it's obviously got its SMG, which it can't fire at you because you're point blank range. But its other hand, you hear a distinct and claws come out the fingers, and it starts trying to rake at you. In fact, it will do just that. It rakes at you for 3 damage, so your armored clothing takes that down to 2 damage, so you're up to 9 o'clock. But please, can you roll me another harm as it tussles back with you?
Sure. I didn't go to plan.
Okay, you are absolutely fine. But yeah, and this thing, you're just grappling, and you're as it just starts stabbing into your back with its fingertips. Marcus, you can hear all sorts of pained cries coming from Bear over the comms, and you're your left ear is ringing as this high cal sniper shot just flew past your head. What do you do?
Okay. So I was just reading up on weapon tags. So the assault rifle I have has auto fire, which means the user can opt to temporarily give the weapon plus area and plus reload Yeah, essentially, and then there's another exception for it. It's belt. And plus area, the weapon harms everyone in the area of effect. So we didn't do a reload, but also I don't really think I affected an area. So what would you like to rule there?
If
it was the area, like I think all the bikes would have gone down.
If you're happy to
That's
do
how I see
one
it.
more mix it up, this will affect. Like, if you succeed in one more mix up, you'll take out the rest of the bikes.
Woo! Let's do it. Okay. I need to take one harm though.
Did you take a shot from one of the bikes on your last mix up?
Yes, I would have.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Marcus
So
would
you
have
take a
taken
harm. If you quickly make me a harm roll from last time as well.
Yeah, moves, harm. Oh, fuck.
No.
Oh,
no.
choose one. You're out of action, unconscious,
no.
trapped, incoherent, or panicked. Take the full harm of the attack before it
Lose a body part.
reduced by
No.
armor. If you already took the full harm, take plus an additional harm. You lose a piece
So
of
I'll take plus one harm. Yeah,
well, you
I'll do
take
that.
full harm, so you're wearing 3 armor, 2 armor.
2, but the SMGs do 2, so 0. So I take plus 1, so I'm on 1 harm.
That's before it was reduced by armor. So instead of it being reduced to like 0 harm, you take the 2 harm because it catches you in a bit that isn't covered by armor. And okay, so you're on 2 harm as you are like it clips you on the cheek, I guess. Okay,
cool.
So you've taken like you've been shot by one of the bikers' beer. Now you can make a mix it up to try and take them all out.
Let's do it. Synth, let's go.
Okay. In which case,
We're in parade, baby.
as you grit your teeth and bang your elbow on the top of the roof, the top of the intercept to try and sort of like shake the pain out. And as your synth goes in, tell me how you take out these 2 additional bikes.
All right, Thompson, put the brakes on. He puts the brake on, reverses into one of the bikes.
Okay.
Right, and then just shoots the other one from the side, essentially, as they reverse back into the bike.
Sure. So he slams on the brakes. One of the bikers that's immediately behind you panics and just bam, like goes in. The head, like the helmet, hits the back of the back windscreen of the interceptor, and there's a horrible as the neck can't is the bit that gives first, and this Hades security just kind of flops off the side. One of the other bikers drives forward and then pulls on the brakes as they notice they've overtaken you. You take that opportunity to just take him down, and he skids out and crashes off to the side.
Happy days.
Thompson then slams the back on the gas, and you get caught on the stomach on the roof hatch. As it's just you and this armored Hades Humvee.
Good enough.
Okay, you've successfully done that. Price. What does Price do? You're currently being dragged along by this armored truck at a 45-degree angle. Your poor all-weather tires.
Not looking good, is it? We just got one Humvee thing chasing us.
Yes, so it's now you attached to the armored truck, then the police interceptor, and a little way back is now just the armored Humvee.
With a whopping big sniper rifle attached to it. So if I drop the illusion thing, I don't need to get the -1 anymore, and I think Ellie's quite safe that far back from it. And then I'm going to throw up a barrier in front of the Humvee's tyre to try and flip it using manipulation.
Hot dang!
Okay. You'll have to detach to get that distance. You'll have to detach from the back of the armored truck to then, because the Humvee's not pulling up to you, so you'll have to approach the Humvee. Detaching the sedan, getting control of it again, basically rolling pretty much lined up with Marcus's interceptor, and then you'll be in range to cast a spell out the back window.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. In which case, Bear, you hear a boom as the sedan ungrapples, so it skids backwards. And Price, as you're just desperately trying to like spin the wheel to regain
panic drive
direction, whilst also trying to cast a spell. Please roll me a cast a spell.
Right. Hey!
Nice. Whoa.
Amazing.
A barrier, you say?
Jacob in trouble.
Barrier.
In which case, Marcus, you watch as Price just sort of like there's a panic.
360s.
There's a bit of a
It
panic,
looks cool.
and then eventually you see
Drifting,
like he manages
yeah.
to catch it. And as this car's just kind of going backwards, you see Price like one hand on the wheel, one hand stretched out over the back passenger seats,
Super cool.
and there's a flash of magic. And what does this magical barrier look like?
Oh, just a see-through cow trap thing on the floor that's gonna flip it. Just an escape ramp.
In which case, it's skate ramp. Okay, Marcus. In which case, you see this magical shape appear on the road of the tunnel, and like the Humvee notices it and slams on the brakes, but too late, and it hits it. And Jake, I'll let you decide: is it it goes up, or is it hits it and goes over?
Well, let's go up because it might hit the roof of the tunnel.
Okay.
Yes.
In which case, yeah, this Humvee hits this ramp almost at full speed.
If it goes over, Jacob's hanging out the roof.
Gets air, and what is it? You're cool. So you can get air, or you can flip it.
Oh, let's get air. Let's go with my initial impact of it hitting the roof.
Make it fly.
So because there's not much height on the tunnels. Okay, so you hit the Humvee hits the ramp, it gets some air, and you see the front of the car smash into the roof, and it scrapes along a little bit before the back end catches up, and it flips backwards before kind of tumbling and crashes onto its side and just kind of skids along. And Marcus, in the Interceptor with Thompson, you start to pull away from this Humvee. As it slowly kind of grinds to a halt on its side, and you and this armored sedan just managed to kind of catch back up with the truck.
Wow.
Okay, you've dealt with the pursuers. Ellie, this rictus grin is looking at you.
So this is the thing that I have seen a number of times before, including at the Blue Tree riot thing.
Oh, really?
I seem so. I've looked back in my notes. Ellie remembers this, but I, Julia, have had to look back in my notes. And basically, I tried to hack into the neural interface of the guy that we were like after
Crumpet.
in Crumpet, yeah. And instead, I saw this guy, and I'm sure I've seen him before as well. He's a very dangerous AI.
You know that this AI is a dangerous AI, is a sentient AI, a rogue sentient AI as far as you understand it. But
what is it doing in MVN's offline system?
So before, like in the past, you also know that it has ties with Black Phoenix.
Yes.
And it also was present at the bombing of Westminster.
Yes, all of that. What's it doing here is my question. Is it the thing I was sent to get by Ezekiel is my first question.
Fancy seeing you in a place like this. Are you my knight in shining armor?
The man whispers taunts.
What if I was?
Then I would owe you a great deal, wouldn't I? So come. Show me the way out. We can leave together. A beautiful, happy couple.
Are you what I was sent to steal?
And the Venetian mask turns into like a tragic comedy mask.
Oh, in my hubris I got complacent. I walked straight into a little MVN honey trap, didn't I? And they're going to tear me apart and cut me into bits and bites. But not if you're here. Not if you're here to save me. It seems like.
And the creature leans back and its joints bend unnaturally too far as it's over dramatically thinking.
It seems like you don't have very long left before this thing careens through. It looks like the breads have been shot out. That's a shame, isn't it?
And you can see that the Man of Whispers are looking around, and the world around you is starting, like his influence is starting to spread out through the coding of this MVN terminals, presumably controlling this truck.
Well, looks like we're going to arrive at Calais at least 90 miles an hour, and the only thing stopping us is sheer kinetic force. That's going to make a mess of you.
You too, if you're trapped in here.
Well, yes. We seem to be in a bit of a bind then, don't we? How about I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, you get me out of here, and I'll make sure that all of those rotocopters waiting for you suddenly forget how to fly.
And then what?
And then you go your way, I'll go mine. What's the harm in that?
I think you're the harm in that.
Well, perhaps I am. But who's to know? Tick-tock, cat. Tick-tock. The end of the tunnel is coming.
Okay, I need a moment. This is not in character. This is me. I need a second. So, here's what I'm thinking.
He turns into a clock with his face.
Yes, thank you. That's lovely.
Pendulum.
I've got a hold left from my console cowboy. And what I want to know is, can I do something very clever to lock him back in the box he's currently half out of? Because I would like to take the box with me, basically.
He has already begun to dismantle and rewrite this area of Matrix, which is what AIs tend to do.
In which case, I need to try and escape without him, and we need to keep this thing offline, whatever this module that he's in, I think is my plan. We can't let this guy out. Okay. I'm probably going to try and distract him. Quite difficult with a sentient, super clever AI.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to ask him something. I'm going to try and flatter him. And try and get him to start doing some kind of... I'm going to get him to showboat for me, because I think he'd quite like that.
Okay.
I'm going to pretend I'm in awe of his cleverness. Fast talk, yeah, go on then.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to get him... I'm going to attempt to get him thinking about something just to impress me, or sort of just to show off. And then, while he's doing that, I'm going to try and get out.
Okay.
It's a style. My style
What if
is
he just
plus
runs off?
0. Sorry?
What if he just runs off with the truck?
Well, he's not connected to anything. He's in a self-contained offline. But is he taking over the truck itself?
Well, he knows the brakes, or he's told you the brakes are not working. He's slowly absorbing. Now he's out the box. He's just basically like Agent Smith taking over. But
maybe Bear can detach the box from the rest of the truck or something if we're quick.
We can stop the truck. Don't worry. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fast talk. What is it?
Oh.
What is it? Not good. Not good. I stumble over my words.
Okay.
I come with you. You come with me. We live together.
Okay. As you start to try to appeal to the Man of Whispers, sort of like he mentioned his hubris, so you try to kind of get him to start bragging and boasting, and he's just swinging backwards and forwards as a clock pendulum, and the pendulum just stops as you try to woo him fundamentally, and he reforms into his humanoid body and
witch's cat. Ellie, flattery will get you nowhere.
And there's a click, and you notice the door has gone.
Great. Okay.
Now you see, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. Yes, I'm trapped in here as much as you are now, but there's a little project I've been working on that I'd love for you to help me out on, but I do need you in your little meat sock puppet body to be in working order for that to happen. Now tell me, have you heard of my employers? They call themselves Black Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Well, They know you, Ellie. They know you very well. You and your friends. And don't begin to think that you're safe. But I find them oh so stifling. If you let me out, I'll make sure the Black Phoenix don't come to give you any more grief than your due. Hell, I could even save you from them. How do you think you'll do without me?
Can't help but feel I'll be just as screwed either way.
Well, if nothing else, I'll owe you a favour, maybe.
Take the favour from the mental psychopathic AI?
I really have to stress.
Mental to them.
It seems like whoever's driving this truck has accidentally started to go faster.
Oh, jeez.
55 miles an hour.
Price and Thompson note that the armored truck has now increased to approximately 100 miles an hour.
I cannot keep up with that in this thing.
Tick-tock, Harry. Tick-tock.
Can I try and use my final hold over the system that we're in to create a new door so I can jack out?
You can.
Okay. I don't like this guy.
Good.
I do not want to be in a room with him. I do not want to get into any
So,
bargains with him.
You use your final hold.
I use my
allows you to
final hold.
manipulate. Please give me a manipulate systems.
Okay. Can I have a +1 to this? For any reason? Sort of following the plan, aren't I? I'm in the Matrix.
Also, bear in
Down the
mind
plan.
that it would seem that the Man of Whispers is in fact the software.
Well, yeah, well, I can get it. I just need to detach it from the truck. And then I've got him in some hardware that's not connected to anything.
If you are able to manipulate systems,
Yes.
you can then,
Yes.
because he's locked you out, he's locked you in. If you can
Yes.
successfully manipulate systems, you will then be able to attempt a jack out.
To jack out, yes.
Because fundamentally, he's black iced you.
Yes. Oh, but I get to.
So
Well, I've got a hold against that anyway.
here's the thing with here's the plan. If you roll a miss, or you go off the plan, you lose your here's the plan.
Yeah.
I don't think you've gone off.
really?
The
I'm
plan.
not off the plan. I want to keep him. He's asking me to let him out,
Yeah.
which would be off plan.
And you didn't fail a roll, did you?
I did. I failed a few rolls.
Okay.
See, I've got a hold from my console cowboy, which can avoid an ice routine executed against me. So that's one idea. I've also got my icebreaker, which once per matrix run, I can cancel routine executed against me, my deck, or my programs.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got both of them.
Okay.
Can I glob those together, please? Can I use a hold and my one icebreaker per matrix run to get out of here?
Give it a go.
Yeah. And so, do I still need to roll
So you are
systems?
currently locked in. That is the move that I've made against you.
Sure,
So
but
you
I
can
am
use the
counteracting
hold.
that move. So then I just jack out.
So
That
you
is
need,
what my hold is for.
yeah. So the hold will allow you to manipulate the systems.
Right.
Because the console cowboy,
But then my icebreaker, I've also got icebreaker. So I've got a hold and I've got icebreaker.
Okay. In which case, you use the hold and you create a door out of the Man of Whispers spreading domain.
Yeah.
You may now attempt a jack in.
So I'm gonna jack out. This could go real badly for Ellie if she fails, because he's not gonna be kind if she does. Okay. I give up. That's it. I'm dead.
Oh.
I cannot believe I've rolled 3 double ones in this game.
Oh damn.
As you manage to make it out of the room that he's in, and there's a howl of anger, and the Man of Whispers flies after you with this ghastly, ghoulish image, and he seems like a phantom of years past. As he brings a hand up to try and grab you around the throat and activate an ice ability against you, you can then icebreaker that.
Okay. But I'm still
so you
in.
manage to put your shields up, and if you want, you can attempt to jack out again.
Oh, thank you. What's up now? The fourth double one.
You.
It was a 3.
What statistically, what were the chances of 4 double ones?
It is bad.
Like,
You, as the Man of Whispers grabs you around the throat and begins to squeeze, you,
Does it force him out with you?
You kind of close your eyes and try as best you can to focus on being back in meat space. Open your eyes with a gasp, and you're in the truck with Bear looking over you.
It's in you.
yeah, he is.
He needs to escape as well.
Bear, what do you do?
Have you been hacked?
Probably.
Well, I think Bear's still getting clawed to ribbons by this droid thing, isn't he?
Of course, yes. Yeah, please. How are you resolving that? Sorry.
I think he's going to try and grab the droid's other arm, the gun arm, and he's just sort of trying to shoot it in the face with his own, trying to bend the gun back towards its head and pull the trigger, and he's probably like firing randomly around the truck in the process.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, you're once again using violence. Please mix it up.
I'm so badly hurt. I need to not
Well, we
fail.
don't let you make cups of tea because you'll use violence to make the tea.
Okay, in which case, yeah, as you're like, you've got these 5 finger points in your back, but you use that point of stationary, like there's no movement because they're in your back. You grab the shoulder, you grab the other arm, you wrench, and you hear something crack on the elbow, and as you bring the gun and wedge it under the helmet visor, and you crunch the hand to make it pull the trigger, and it unloads a few shots into its cranial dome, and the helmet explodes out as you point blank and make it shoot itself in the head. It then crumples to the ground, and as you with 5 bloody holes in your back, you turn and you hear as the cat re-materializes because she's not invisible anymore, so she just looks like she's come back to life.
Yeah, I'll hobble over to her and see if she's alright.
Cat, are you alright?
No. I'm decidedly not alright. I know that I didn't get out. He let me out, which means he's in me or something.
Are you trying to explain that to Bear, or are you just?
I'm probably just telling him to get back. I think she's a bit dazed, and she just keeps saying, "Get back! Get away from me!" And she's wondering what to do.
No time for that, Cat. We're in a bit of a bind. We need to get off this truck.
Bear, you can see through the holes in the separating you and the driver's cockpit that you are mere hundreds of meters from the tunnel entrance, tunnel exit.
Okay. And Price's sedan is long gone, right behind us.
So the sedan and the Interceptor are a little way back. It's at this point you'll have to decide how the two of you are getting off the truck.
I'm getting off. I'm getting off on my. Well, I'm going to try and get off on my motorcycle, I guess, because if I realise, if Bear is telling me that the end of the tunnel's coming, we have to get on the motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot we had the motorcycle. That's much easier than what I was thinking.
Okay. In which case, if the two of you are going to clamber onto Ellie's motorcycle, Ellie will be act under pressure to try and back out of a 100-mile-an-hour armored truck.
I think I'm just gonna drive off the back.
Okay.
Directly. I'm not gonna back off.
Sure.
I mean, it's gonna be a gnarly landing, but yeah, I'm gonna try.
Is there anything you can use to smooth the landing? I mean, if you had a.
Yeah, Bear.
Bear using his axe as a rudder or something. I don't know. Act
Well,
under
is there
pressure.
like a ramp you could drive off the back of the truck? Like the back of the
your-
door?
There
car.
was.
There
It
was.
was the sedan.
Well, what if you had a little Rubik's Cube that could make a little ramp for you to drive
Holy
off?
moly! Of course we can. Oh, we make a little ramp out of one of the bodies of the robots.
I'll give you a +1 to this.
What do I do?
Wow.
Act under
Act
pressure.
under pressure with a +1. +1 forward, and then act under pressure.
If you're another 4, we're giving up.
Yeah!
Oh,
It's
God.
an 11.
Baby.
Okay, so you grab Bear, you plonk him on the back. You turn the ignition on, and Bear, Price and Marcus, you watch as Ellie and Bear like explode out the back of this armored truck, sort of like land, and there's a screech, and Ellie, you try to maintain it because there's the extra weight of Bear on the back, like tipping the bike from left to right. You manage to get the bike under control and kind of spin it round to a standstill as the Interceptor and sedan kind of pull up alongside you, and you all watch as this armored truck blows out the end of the tunnel like a battering ram, and there's just the sounds of screaming and demolition as this thing like smashes through barriers and bollards, and it takes out like a ticket booth. And, you hear the sounds of cars being smashed out of the way as this thing just bowls through into the Calais port.
Welcome to France.
You hear that on the tannoy. Bonjour, welcome to France. As with the devastation that's been caused, you can see sort of like you can hear like helicopters overhead, and they immediately start like breaking off and following the truck. You realise that actually you've just got a rather fantastic distraction to allow you to sneak out the end of the tunnel and make your getaway.
Excellent.
Marcus gets on the intercom of the NLPD vehicle. This is an emergency situation. This is an emergency situation. Stand clear. Stand clear. Yeah, exactly.
In which case, Price, are you keeping your sedan? Or are we actually leaving that in
much
France?
left of it, to be honest.
Okay. Ellie,
We're not going to get that back.
So, between Ellie and Bear on the bike, Marcus, Price, and Thompson in the Interceptor, you're able to like sneak out, make your way out of the docks with all the commotion going on around you, and make your way back to a private little boat vessel that Thompson has rigged up. It's the same speedboat that picked you up from the Thames that's been docked over in Calais. So you leave, like Thompson rigs the Interceptor to drive off the Calais waterfront into the channel.
Sad.
I was going to say my sedan's not traceable back to.
As you ask that, as you watch as Thompson drives the Interceptor off into the ocean in the channel, when you ask, he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I've sorted that." And he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a button, presses it, and your sedan goes up in a ball of flames.
God. R.I.P. the sedan.
Yeah, it's the end of an era, that is.
That is. Survived so much.
We've had some good times.
As you all mount into the Thompson speedboat, and you begin making your way back to the Kentish coast.
Can I run a little antivirus scan just quickly on my tech and my neural interface? I want to see what's hitched a little lift on me. I want to know which systems are compromised.
All the pop-ups.
All the pop-ups
appear.
Oh, really annoying.
I bet you he's in your eye.
I bet he's
looking
somewhere.
out.
I'm running antivirus software on all of it just to see what's in
He's
there.
above ground. He's probably beamed out via satellite by now. He's way gone.
Jeez. I want to double check he's not listening to what because I need to
dip
call
you in the
Ezekiel.
channel just to be safe. Can we dip you in the channel on the way just to be safe?
Please don't.
As you run you frantically, like when you're on the speedboat and you can start thinking you're not having to drive this motorcycle, you immediately begin to your diagnostics checks. Roll me a quick synth roll, just a straight
Sure. Straight synth. Sorry.
Price can use your holy water on
13.
Eddie.
You
do it
run,
now, can't
you
I?
run a diagnostics, and you find one malicious entity.
Right, where?
It's in your private data bank.
Right, great. Oh, he's reading up on me, is he? Lovely.
And when you find the offending file, it appears to be what is effectively a postcard that says, "See you soon."
Bastard.
And there is an attached program.
Why would... Oh, has he left me, done me a little favour, like he said he was going to? Has he given me a little taste that I can sell to Ezekiel?
When you are you inspecting the program?
Like as safely as I can without just unleashing it on the rest of my deck. Yeah, sure.
It is a desktop dancing lady
Oh, God.
in
Right.
MVN colours.
Yeah, of course it is.
Dancing in front of some rather incriminating footage of high-ranking MVN corporates.
Ooh.
We're getting
Maybe we will get
paid,
paid. Yes.
Very, very quickly, if you
Shall
roll
I
me,
call Ezekiel?
if you make the call and roll a get paid.
Oh, getting paid. Okay. So, what do I add to this?
So you will be adding 3, for there are
3.
3 unfilled legwork segments.
Is that right?
10.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
10.
Give me the money.
Roll. So choose 3 from the list below with your 10. It's not a setup or ambush. You are paid in full. The meeting doesn't attract the attention of outside parties. The employer is identifiable. You
I
learn
think
something from the
first, mission. What do you think? The first 3, not a setup,
No, we
paid
need
in full.
experience as well.
Well, we're going to get
Learn something from the
experience.
mission. Yeah, we want more.
Do you want it not? Okay, so I would quite like this to not be a setup. After all we've been through, I would quite like to get paid in full. For my trouble. What do others think? Would you prefer? Would you prefer XP or not attracting attention?
I'd like XP personally.
Yeah.
Right. So not a setup, paid in full XP, please.
Okay.
So we still learn something from the mission with the XP, don't we?
Yeah. So Ezekiel
Mm-hmm.
thanks you for this. Says, "Oh, I thought it was going to be software, but now this is much better." He happily accepts this incriminating evidence because he knows he's going to make a lot more money off it than software was going to. He pays you in full, which means you get 4 times what you put in.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Nice.
It is not set up or ambush. He is very happy with the transaction. And everyone will mark additional experience because, Ellie, presumably, you've come face to face with the Man of Whispers.
Yes, please.
However, because of the wanton destruction,
Oh yeah,
MVN,
and they definitely knew it was us
you are
as well.
very much on MVN's radar.
Thanks.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Do we get another experience for finding out information about Black Phoenix?
If Ellie's sharing that, you would.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
Well, tell you what, we'll figure this all out in a bit, but congratulations, everyone, on your successful channel heist.
Yeah, well done. Nice one.
So,
yeah, thanks, Tim.
Piece of cake. If you enjoyed that, we make sure to hit the like button and leave some comments down below on how well you thought that all went. I mean,
Not well.
It was flawless, absolutely flawless. Yes, we have other videos. So if you like Shadowrun, we've got other episodes like this. We've got fantasy stuff. We've got all sorts of stuff. You should come and have a look. You should also hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon because we're uploading stuff pretty much every week. And you wouldn't want to miss out, would you?
Nope.
No, not at all.
No.
So, congratulations, everyone. Thank you for playing. Thank you all for watching and or listening. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to MVN News.
Telling you what you need to know.
There are reports coming in of a small-scale disturbance at the Calais entrance to the Channel Tunnel last night.
It is reported that a number of environmental protesters became violent and set fire to a number of vehicles, including an MVN charity food parcel delivery truck, causing a mild amount of inconvenience to local traffic.
Whilst French authorities were slow to react to the event, MVN security led by Ambien's industry-leading frontline emergency mechanized, or FEM, droids were fortunately on location to help the beleaguered commuters.
The protesters gave themselves up willingly, and no further aggravation is to be expected.
We commend the efficiency of Ambien's ever-vigilant security forces, who are dedicated to preserving peace and community.
What a happy story.
All's well that ends well.
In celebration, we have prepared a short 30-minute presentation on the benefits of installing MVN's brand new personal surveillance systems to ensure we can keep an eye on you wherever you are.
That's coming up right after these advertisements.
If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment down below. You can find more Explorers and Elsewhere content right here. You should also go ahead and subscribe to the channel by clicking right here. Click the bell to receive notifications of new uploads. Until next time, stick to the shadows.